Yes, my people, welcome back to Rivals on Spurs Kings TV with your boy Ashmatic, with a few guests beside me. People, how are we doing? What Frank the Tank? Frank the Tank. Tell me about it. Like, well, how are you doing, Frank the Tank?
I'm doing
VF. Go on.
I'm doing well. I mean, I'm a bit disappointed that Arsenal's #1 fan is now unemployed, but what can you do? It's a sad day. It's a sad day.
He's ready. If City catch you, he's ready to take the job, isn't he?
Yes, hey, let's talk about it. Man City just won 3-0. Was the pundits too early to write them off? Before we say that, though, before we get into that, please make sure you are liking and subscribing if you haven't already. Big up to the chat already, don't know. But yes, Frank the Tank, can you answer that question?
I mean,
People
I
too.
have no. Of course, it's February, but I'm still super confident. I think Arsenal are by far this season the best team, the best squad. So for me, it's Arsenal are still gonna win the league regardless of what City do. I watched them even today against Fulham. Again, the same issues. Defensively, still extremely open. So for me, it's may the best team win, and
I hear
I
it.
think
I hear it.
that's us. Yeah.
So, Mitch, you have a different opinion, of course. We can see there that Man City are second with 3 points behind Arsenal as it stands at the moment. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, I've always said, I've been saying for time, I still feel City run Arsenal down. I don't trust Arsenal having the know-how to keep winning games. People keep throwing stats at me. City need to do 13 out of 13. That means Arsenal still need to do their job. It's not City I'm worried about. We all know that City go on these runs at the end of the season. They'll put a run together where they win 9 out of 10 and draw one. It's just, can Arsenal keep up?
But wait, Mitch, did they do this last season?
I can't even remember last season, but that's the anomaly. Is that the rule, though? We're going off one season. That's now the rule because they haven't done it once. They've done it every other time they've needed to. In fact, when you was in this position against them last time, they did it.
Yeah, true, but they had Kevin De Bruyne, they had Mahrez, they had all of the players that they have now replaced. The most of the squad have not experienced this, and that means also that Haaland, as I said previously on the stream, Haaland needs to have Salah levels this season. In the last 2 months, he's been nowhere near that.
And guess what? They're still winning games, though. They won 3-0 today, and Haaland barely got
they beat Fulham at home. They're expected to beat Fulham at home. Like, it's not a big.
No, but they beat Fulham at home in 45 minutes. Do you know when Olu comes on and talks about jeopardy? There's no jeopardy. We don't concede goals. When you're 3-0 up at half time, there's no jeopardy. Game's done.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I do remember quite a lot of what Stefan says, and when I talk about
everything,
I remind you of what you've said first before you interrupt.
Oh, you got preached, by the way. Thanks for coming.
I remember you laughing when we talked about coming second to City. You was like, oh, you was mocking that, and now you're bigging up the team, saying that they haven't got team anymore.
No. I'm just
highlighting. I don't know if I'm lagging, but I just wanted to highlight that.
Okay, you can highlight that, but I was mocking your sad fan base, saying you're the greatest ever second place team.
No, we don't say that.
No, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No, we don't.
Yes, you did.
No, we
okay.
Never ever said that.
Let's act like Liverpool fans never said we're so good. We're second. We're the best. Any other
you've never heard that. You're lying. You're lying. You've never heard that. We've said that we've lost the league to a great Man City team.
Is that what you said? You never used. Wait.
Listen, we've said things like on a normal season we would have won with 97 points. We've said things like that. We've never told second best, like we're the second best team. That's what you
really. So your club, the one that issued a complaint. Yeah, your former coach called an oil state. Your club and your fan base, the losers that they are, the sore losers that they are.
I don't know. You can't say the losers
are a great team.
Trophies, bruv. You're the losers, bruv. That's your Wi-Fi. Don't even believe you.
Oh, that was that. Bro, he said something lethal, brother. Got him off stream. Mad. Bring him back, man. Bring him back. Sorry, Frank. That time.
Okay.
See, don't stress your Wi-Fi out.
I'm just the narratives that you guys create in your head for example, your manager epitomizes this from we wanted to sign Chiesa because it's so difficult to improve our squad, which he used to now we were forced pretty much. He said it. We were forced to sign Chiesa, almost as if you had no other choices of players that you could sign because of the lack of money from your participation in the Europa League, which is what he said, which is what he hinted at.
Still won the league.
But okay.
You forgetting that part.
This is your fan base.
We won the league. Can you remember that bit?
Okay, yeah. And this season you're an embarrassment. You're the worst defending champion in Premier League history. Good on you. We're gonna walk the league to it's a transition season, right, Preach?
It is transition.
Oh, now it's transition when you're fucking shit and completely out of the league title. Now it's a transition.
It is a transition.
Okay. Oh, is it now? Because
it is. It's not now. It is a transition.
Okay.
But can I ask you something? The thing is, I just want to highlight. You know how City's not? It's not the same City with KDB and all of that. Yeah. Don't worry about Pep. Worry about Arteta. That's the reason why you lose it, because of your manager, not because City's not the same. Because your manager makes dumb decisions in important times, and it's creeping up on you right now, and you know it.
How is it creeping up on us?
You can feel it right now. It's starting to happen real slow.
We won our last 4 games.
Who cares? Who cares? Your manager
is creeping up on us then?
At the important times. You've been second the last 3 seasons, so you've been having good runs for the last 3 seasons. No one cares. You've always had good runs for the last 3 seasons. Are you telling me last season you didn't have a good run?
No, Preach. I just
question is, last season
did you have a stat, by the way? That we've
I just want to change it. Well, guys, last season, no, but wait, Mitch. Last season, because of the injuries, it was a transition season for us also.
I never asked you that.
I just want to change the actual narrative also.
You can't have a transition season.
Yeah, I just want to change it. Yeah.
You can't have a transition season because of injuries. That doesn't make sense. You're a football person.
Well, tell that to your manager who uses injuries at every press conference as an excuse.
It's a transition. We've got new players.
It's a Okay, it's a transition.
Yeah, it is.
So a transition from first to fucking Europa League, Conference League. That's a transition for you?
I don't know what you're talking about, Conference League. That's see, if you want to talk properly, do hypotheticals. That's all you do. Because you got no trophies, you love hypotheticals.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, bruv,
they're 3 points of 4th.
And they're also 3 points of 7th.
It's not even the same City team with KDB.
Yeah, but Liverpool fans don't look down like that. Like Newcastle, when I look at Newcastle, I'm not looking down. I look at it and think, right, we're 9 points off Man United. I don't look down and go, West Ham are 11 points behind us.
Okay,
we don't do that. Some people just don't do
Mitch,
that.
But do you do? But wait, Mitch, do you predict that? Do you predict at the start of the season, which we all know that you're gonna win the league and it's a cakewalk, and then by November you say it's a transition season. It's a transition season. Who the fuck does that? Only Liverpool fans.
You blame refs. You was blaming refs,
including your own manager. He blamed refs. He blamed the refs after the Man City game.
We won the league last season. When you look blaming refs, you started blaming. Rice.
What has your manager done this season after the Man City game?
What's your manager ever done? What's your manager ever done?
Okay, great. Okay.
Yeah. Out of all the teams here, you've waited the longest for a trophy, bruv. What are you talking about?
We're talking about this season, Preach. We're talking about
this year. All you can do is talk about this season.
Yes, because it's this season.
You've got enough, and you haven't even won anything.
Okay. It's February. You can't win anything in February.
No, I know. You're only talking about.
Okay. So what's your point?
Like last season, you only spoke about Champions League until PSG knocked you out.
Yeah, which you guys were knocked out beforehand, just like you were knocked out by Plymouth, and you had one.
Champions.
And by the way, Breach. No. By the way,
best until you got knocked out.
No.
You change all the time, bro.
But by the way, I'm not the only one saying that helped you last year. Your own fucking coach said that going on the FA Cup and the Champions League helped you win the league. So
I'm still on the YouTube to watch along when this game comes around.
You just called him a dumbass. And now you're agreeing.
Yeah, he is. He's a fraud. I told you he's a fraud.
If I'm a dumbass, then you are too. You just agreed with him.
With who? With Slot?
You just called him a dumbass and now you're agreeing with him.
Yeah. I
what does that make you?
He's a liar. He's a complete
liar. You're a liar as well. Yeah, he lied about that. Yeah, he lied about that.
How am I a liar?
Fam, we were 11 points clear when we got knocked out of the Champions League.
Yes,
In
because
the league was over because you was already using injuries as your excuse by then. So what was you going to catch up?
we were still second up, Preach. Not
It don't matter. You still using
we
injuries.
weren't sixth, were we?
I've asked you what position you was in. You was using injuries as your excuse.
Yes,
that time.
like you were, like your own coach and your own fan base. He's using injuries and ref decisions this year.
When we got knocked out of the Champions League,
Yeah,
you were using injuries as your excuse to why you was not winning the Premier League anyway.
yes.
So it doesn't matter. You already gave up.
It doesn't matter.
You already gave up on the league.
Wait. Ask one question. Side note. Just want to get everything clear. Make sure everyone's head's right. We know where we stand. Big Preach, are you still slot in? Just double checking.
So this is what we need to clear up here. I have been
Here we go.
Edwards and Hughes says goals. So I haven't been slot in or slot out. You've not heard me say anything. I've said,
What do you call him a Premier League champion?
I've said if Hughes and Edwards say it's time for slot to go, I back that decision. If they say he has to stay, I back that decision. The one thing, this is why I don't like what Stefan's saying. The one thing you know about me is I have been consistent.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
The opposite of that, but okay.
No, I've been consistent in what I'm saying.
Okay.
From day dot, I've been consistent.
Big up Olu, man, in the building.
Big up. Listen, I've just heard some of the worst arguments ever, man. What is going on between both of you talking about last year and this year, man? What's going on here?
It's the WhatsApp chat live.
I know. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I heard
exactly what I was thinking.
It's like someone reading the WhatsApp chat to us.
What are we arguing about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about last year? Last year is gone, man. Like, let's talk about this season.
This is what I just said that to him. You only want to talk about this season because you are first in the league. Last season, when we was first in the league, you know what?
Let's talk about last. Let's talk about last season then. Is that what we're going to do?
No, see, that's why if you let me finish, then you would get the content in what I'm saying. Yeah. So what I was trying to say is last season, when we was talking about being first in the league, Stefan didn't just want to talk about that season. He wanted to talk about we came third last season, fifth, a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is keep the same energy.
I am, and
no one
my
believes
point
you,
about you.
Olu don't even believe you. Bro.
I'm keeping the same. My point about you having the luckiest season of all time is literally in real time coming true. In which you got no injuries, you rotated the least. This season, you're shit. You have injuries. Balak is having a down year, and you're almost 20 points behind Arsenal.
I'm having a headache.
You're far behind Man City also. You're far behind Man City.
Guess what, fam?
Shock.
You can't even talk about how good you're doing. You're scared because you might bottle it. Because it doesn't matter.
I just said we're going to win the league.
Preach, you've been saying this. You've been saying that since like December. No, ain't no one scared.
Wait. How am I scared?
Ain't nobody scared.
We know you're scared. We can feel it right now.
I just told Ash.
You're projecting. You're projecting that one.
What am I projecting? I'm not even in there.
I told you, we don't feel jeopardy no more.
I know you're trying to save Stefan, but it's not going to work with me.
We don't feel jeopardy.
I'm the only. The thing is, I'm the only one who can fire shots at you, lot.
Why?
Because no one else has won the league recently. Yeah, Champions League recently. That's why. So I can fire shots at you, lot.
Okay, you're fine, Black. No one cares.
Your trophy count is black for the last 6 years, bro.
Okay, what do you do? Who cares? We're talking about this.
Everyone cares.
Only you Preach. Only you cares about that. Let's talk about today's game because this is Stefan. Let's talk about today's game because all this is irrelevant. Like we'll find out in May. Because
if you start talking about Man United, you'll get involved. So don't.
I'll talk about the football.
Yeah, I know. It don't matter. If we was bantering Man United, you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, but this banter is dead. That's the problem.
Yeah, so's your trophy.
I just want to...
Oh, my God. This is key stage 1 week 5, man. What's going on here, man?
It's like your mum. It's like your mum, innit? I didn't have anything. Like,
and they're the best ones. And they're the best
ones. I just want to highlight. Ash asked me at the start of this show. Ash asked me at the start of this show, and I told him I think Arsenal are going to win the league. I believe Arsenal win the league.
Ash, what did you ask? at the
What
beginning of the
more of a confident endorsement you want?
You say that every season, bro.
You know what?
Okay, you just said that I'm scared to say Arsenal to win the league. So which one is it?
No, the way you're talking about us, you can't keep it on. You've just said that.
About you guys?
Say that every season.
You guys aren't in the conversation. You should be more worried about Brentford.
One second.
You should.
One
If I should be worried
sec.
about Brentford, why are you worried about Liverpool?
Guys, one second.
What?
Could we just acknowledge the fact that Mitch's scoreline actually came to pass yesterday?
Hey. And I
The
want
Mitch
to lie.
scoreline happened. The Mitch scoreline finally happened.
It shouldn't have, though. To be fair, it should have been. It should have been more.
It should have been more.
We're not there yet, cuz. Like,
Yeah. We'll get there. Let's ease into that one. Let's ease into that one. That little back and forth was my fault because I said
I hear it.
win the league and then it all kicked
hold
off.
on. I get it. Hold on for prediction. We'll get on to those predictions.
Ash is smart. Ash is smart because he didn't like that. Now that we've got Newcastle's 2-1, you have to turn around to the
Back to Liverpool versus.
not to Liverpool, to Tottenham.
Preheat.
To Tottenham. And he doesn't want to talk about Tottenham. He doesn't want to talk about Tottenham.
Ain't gonna hit the same. You know what I'm saying? You need those ribs to marinate. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
You know the harvester ribs, like you get me, the barbecue.
Yeah, but these guys are keeping the oven open and let all the flies in them.
Yeah, man. They're checking on shit for no reason. Let me check. No, man. Keep it close. Let's cook. Don't need to check on nothing.
But listen, preach. Can I just say something? Coming back to the game today, I think I said it. I said it on Saturday when you guys played Man City, and for the first time ever, I had a vested interest in Liverpool winning a game. So I try to feel like a Liverpool fan, and I watch Cody Gakpo play football. And
you did that at the City game as well.
I wanted to pull my eyes out. That guy, once you emotionally invest yourself into a player and you realize how shit he is,
Wow.
and today he decided to just continue.
Yeah, he was terrible.
He was much better today than he was against City. So
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
City was bad. City was
Terrible, but you know, City pool in it. You get if you like it, you don't like it, but that's how it goes sometimes, you know.
Get off the chair, please.
You ever hear a Man United fan or an Arsenal fan back in the rivalry days talk about that rivalry as Arsenal United or something, where because they're such losers that they want to be relevant, they hope that their biggest rival, so-called biggest rival, they hope that they win the league so they can continue this City.
I remember those days. I remember those days.
I
remember the 90s as well. Those were the days. Mohicans and all that stuff. I remember those days.
Today I just thought, Gakpo was really bad.
What about Verts, man? Are we not rating Verts? Like, I know we focus on the bad stuff, but there's no one like thinking about
Verts was good today, but again, like if people want to, go over the top, I thought Ekitike was by far the best player on the pitch. Ekitike or the two center backs.
Yeah, center backs.
Ibu Konate was brilliant in the game.
Yeah,
I'll give them that. Yeah.
They played well. Gravenberch also was good, but I just thought Ekitike was really good.
I thought Gravenberch
he was a bit basic today.
Yeah, I thought out of all three,
he did his job.
This is
the issue. Defensively, he was very good.
His passing was
very
awful
good
today.
off the ball.
No, I thought McAllister was better defensively for me.
McAllister was horrendous today.
You're watching a different game, man. Seriously.
How many times did he give the ball away, McAllister? He was terrible in the second half. What were you guys watching?
Okay, again, I really Stefan.
It was a great result against Sunderland anyway. It's their first whole feat.
True.
True.
That was tough.
True.
And we're in February, so it's not easy to do that.
I just want to say, after Slot's statement about playing good football, scoring a goal from a set piece, and playing with a low block, I love watching Liverpool play. I love watching the amazing football that that he talked about, the free flowing football. You know,
You
He
say that, Rod?
knows,
The irony, yeah?
he knows league winning football, innit? He knows how.
yeah. I mean, yes, but when you talk a big talk about playing good football and complaining about set pieces and teams playing physical with you, and you do the exact same thing, it's a bit, you know, it's a bit hypocritical, no?
And they haven't won anything.
Okay, great, okay.
But yeah, like we said, do we think Liverpool, or actually, let me ask Preach directly, do you think Liverpool can make that top 4 now?
Yeah, we'll still make it. We'll still make that top 4. We've got to play as long as we need to get in within 2 points before we play Chelsea or Man United. We've got them nearer to the end of the season, so I feel like they'll
drop 2 points within Chelsea now.
Is it right now? Okay, yeah.
They're 3 points away from Man United, 2 from Chelsea, I think.
So what? Does anyone think that Liverpool missed the top 4 or Champions League in general?
Yes, I do.
Who's in your top 4 or top 5 then?
Top 5: Arsenal, Man City, Villa, Man United, and Chelsea. And the main reason for that,
and Chelsea.
For me, Man United for sure. Yeah, for me, Man United for sure, because they have 1 game a week, guys. This is massive. Liverpool are already decimated by injuries. Endo, I guarantee you that was a high ankle sprain. I've seen people do it. He's done for the season.
Endo got injured.
Szoboszlai's back now.
Yeah, okay, but I'm telling you, with Liverpool last season, when he rotated again.
Are we allowed to talk about last season? Yeah.
No. I'm just giving as an example. Last season, if you watched the lack of an
example,
can you let me finish? If you look at the lack of rotated players that always play, Van Dijk, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, by March they were completely gassed. Salah also. So I expect Liverpool to have a massive drop off towards March and April because they rotate pretty much the least out of all those teams that we named. Chelsea rotates now far more because they hired the new guy for that reason specifically also. And Man United, for me, have 1 game a week. They have 1 game a week, guys. Like, I know they're not very good, and maybe Liverpool on paper are better, but and they have to go to Man United, which is not going to be easy. So for me, I just think, especially if Liverpool go deeper into the Champions League, I see them finishing 6th.
What do you think of your striker, man? Let's talk about that. Your careers.
I've always defended him, so yeah, I completely. He's improving, and
these goals come against the.
I predicted. I think at the start of the season that he was going to finish between 25 and 30 goals. I honestly think he'll be able to actually do that. He's going to be our top goal scorer, I think, for sure. But
you don't look too happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, although
I'm just thinking of the maths. So he's on how many goals right now?
13.
13. So he'll need to score another. You said between how many?
25. He said
25 to 30. I said he'll.
So he'll need to score between 12 to 17 goals.
Yeah, all comps.
Sure.
He's counting all comps. Yeah.
For
me, easily he's gonna make it because we're playing Champions League. We still have another 12, 13 games. I think. I think he's easily gonna make it.
How many we've got? So basically we've got 13 games left in the Premier League, right?
13 games left, and then potentially FA Cup, Champions League, and League Cup also.
Do you think he scores against Spurs?
So he ain't gonna score that many. I'm sorry.
That's my prediction. And the reason why I feel strongly is if you look at his career, he gets better with time. He gets much.
Ash, you got nothing to lose, innit? You're like, do you reckon he'll score against Spurs?
Bro, everyone's scoring against. Everyone is scoring against Spurs. Don't worry about that.
Come on, that new manager bounce.
That don't mean shit.
Who's the new manager?
Who's the new manager?
Whoever it is.
Doesn't matter. It's just not Frank, innit?
Yeah, but
listen, every weekend, Preacher's got a new sort of scenario he always puts up. It will either be a new manager bounce or this player's back or and it never comes past, man. Listen, Spurs are a mess.
That's true. Yeah.
Spurs are an absolute mess right now. Listen, they've lost Odegaard again now to injury from his ACL.
Wait, too early. Wait, this is coming
Wait,
later.
let's
We'll marinate. Yeah, we'll let it marinate.
Ash is waiting till we're tired. Ash is waiting till we're tired. He's smart.
Is that you? Is that you?
That actually looked a bit like Ash, innit? I was like,
It does look a bit like Ash.
made himself into a meme, you know.
I've got my man here as well. Man. I got Mitch as well. Look.
but going back to the Liverpool thing, I am just shocked at the decline of Salah. Like, I knew he would never repeat that season of last year, but to see him literally, like, he's completely finished.
What's that down to, though? What do you think that's down to? That reason why?
Father time.
End of an era, innit? There's like 8 years before. There's been 8 years of greatness before now. So yeah, end of an era, innit?
In every major sport, athletes and superstars don't gradually get worse. They fall off a cliff. Because there's such a high. That's why it's like even someone like Messi. Look how Messi looks good because he's playing a weaker level. If Messi was playing now in Europe, he wouldn't look anywhere near the player that he's.
But he played in the World Cup though, like, and he did his thing.
He was great. He was Messi maybe is the wrong.
They surrounded him with hella runners.
I would.
He basically had Rodrigo de Paul being his bouncer for the whole tournament.
No, for me,
they might as well have carried him around. Every time they got the ball to his feet, just let him go.
Yeah.
For me, when it comes to football, the biggest example for me, the most shocking one when I watched him was when Rio Ferdinand went to QPR. Like, when I watched Rio Ferdinand in his last season at QPR, I was like,
I think even Sterling matches that as well.
But Sterling, it's shocking to see Sterling. But Sterling, you don't expect it as much because he's 28, 29. But I'll never forget Rio Ferdinand at QPR. Like, I'm like, you should have quit. Like, he was so bad. He was
same age as Rio, same age as Virgil.
In recent years, though, Liverpool have been so bad at
recruitment.
Like they're changing their players before they die out. Like, you remember you had the whole episode of the midfielders. Like, everyone knew your midfielders were going to lose their legs.
No. Come on, Toon, that's harsh. Like, nobody expected Fabinho.
I did. Like,
to just drop off. He was 27.
Not Fabinho, but I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah. One of my first shows in here, I think I was telling you guys, like, my next door neighbor is a Liverpool fan. I was telling him, I know it sounds mad. I was telling him, I reckon you should sell like a couple of your first team players that are gonna go, like, because you could at that point you could have got Haaland, you could have got Bellingham because you're just so hot. Like, you could have just like changed those players, but when you even with like for instance, Van Dijk and Salah are another example. I know Van Dijk's having an okay season. But come on, man! Like, you don't have to give these man like 400, 500k contracts. You guys could have got any defender in the world that
Who said this? Wait! Who said this? Who said this last year? Who said this last year?
What's that, Breach?
For us, you earn, like, most of you. Everyone wants to give them something to say, "Oh, do good." Like Gahey, you're getting 300 a week. And you haven't done anything. Like, we're more like you've earned this.
I'm not saying. Isn't that sentimentality though?
Yeah,
that's emotion. Emotion don't work.
Gahey
is one of the most successful team in the country.
No, but Gahey would have gone to you. You would have paid 50, 55 million for. It doesn't have to be Gahey, but you could have, like, there'll be strikers that will go, strikers, defenders, whoever go to you for half that. I'm not saying pay anyone 300k. I'm saying you could have saved yourself a whole.
And remember, also, it's a 2-year contract as well.
What about Bastoni?
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, but you didn't.
We would have given, like, what I'm saying is, we could have given someone like 100 or whatever for a 4 or 5 year contract to get.
No, but it's not. It's not only that. They realized, in my opinion, that the cost of replacing Van Dijk and the drop off in performance for Liverpool of replacing Van Dijk as Salah was far less risky and far less costly than if they just gave them 400k a week.
I would even say that as well. I think
I don't think they wanted to give them the contract.
Experience experience,
Mm.
senior
I'd
players in the backroom staff.
I just
Should
think.
have put that money into Trent. You should have put that money
Yeah.
into Trent.
Trent
No.
wanted to
But-
play-
So you would have paid 400K for. I would have personally paid 400K. I would have kept Van Dijk.
Mm.
I would have sold Salah.
Trent could have been would have been the face of Liverpool. Like he's 25 years old.
I would have.
He
Yeah,
was,
but
he was gone from when Bellingham went. He was gone, bruv. When Bellingham went Real Madrid, he was there.
that light skin love is crazy.
no. Again, that's not true.
Once a player gets, you gotta remember,
Make you leave your man.
once a player gets in the last 2
No,
years.
why are you lying again? Why are you lying again?
I was just about to say, when a player gets 2 years left in their contract, that's when player power starts.
Yeah, but
wait, Olu. He knows this now. The season where his contract went down to the 2 years, we all know what happened. He had a poor end to the season. You guys finished third that year, and he was terrible. He even got benched towards the end, and because of that, he didn't get the offer and the enthusiasm.
We won the League Cup and the FA Cup.
No, that was 2022, I think. I'm talking about 2024 when you finished third, when you were leading the league, and then by March, April time, you went to shit. Trent was terrible. He got benched by the end. Okay, so he was expecting you guys to offer him something similar to where Salah was, or maybe to where he's one of the main guys on the team. You weren't, from what I read, you weren't very willing to discuss those terms. So he got pissed off at you.
I don't know where you read that. Then you must have
James Pierce.
I was just going to say though, like, even regardless of that, I think Salah had a historic season last season. No one can take that away from him. But the probability of him at his age replicating that, is ridiculous. Like, you're talking about 1 in 100 sort of.
Who said this last? Oh, I'm getting.
Wait, 1 second. Let me finish.
He's not agreeing with you. He's not agreeing with you.
Yes, he is. He's literally said the same thing I said last year.
There's 7 more seasons before that.
Getting so fucking annoyed.
There were 7 more seasons before that.
The only thing I'll say, Preach, though, from a Liverpool standpoint, and the whole thing of like you're rewarding sort of what you've done in the past, is Liverpool did this in the 90s with the likes of John Barnes, where they got to an age where they were too old and they should have been gone, but they kept keeping them because of what they'd done in the 80s. And again, it's not the same ownership, it's not the same manager. It's not, like, obviously it's so different. We're 30 years from then, right? But actually, we should be learning from what happened in the past. Players like Salah, players like Van Dijk, I think Van Dijk's still been good this season. I don't think he's dropped off that much, right? But when that offer came for Salah, I think he should have gone, because the difference in what he is now, like, he looks like a shell of the player that he.
So you're chatting rubbish. Your wife, I don't agree with you.
No, it's your
Somebody's moving crazy today because we're playing the okie dokie. It is 1 in, 1 out.
This thing keeps on cutting me off.
The experience that he brings is.
I was cooking as well, man. What's going on?
But Preach, what is the point of his experience if he's not providing you any
scramble if you don't watch out.
Listen, players need to be on point when Salah's around. You get me? When your superstars are around, you need to be on point.
He doesn't seem to me as that type of you're making him out to be as like he's Roy Keane.
You're not a Liverpool supporter, so you don't see it.
The fuck do I have to see? I watch Liverpool. He doesn't seem to be as this rah type of guy.
If you don't have trophies, you can't see it.
Preach. Come on, this season.
It's like this. You lot kept Wenger longer than you should. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I agree with you.
Right? Now listen, that was detrimental to you lot.
Yes.
Remember what our trophy count.
I'm going to use that as a comeback.
We're getting to somebody this season, aren't we? And it's been a detriment this season, hasn't it?
He used a great example. He used a great example in Wenger. We kept him for sentimental value in 2014 because he won the FA Cup. When we should have said thank you, Arsene. You leave on a high, but we need to move on from you. We need to move on.
It wasn't thank you. It was F off. You never said thank you. You said F off.
Yes, because after that he overstayed his welcome.
No, bro.
You
You,
overstayed.
you never said thank you. You said F off. That's all I
Man
was.
did him dirty,
I
bro.
mean, we gave him a statue in the end, so you know it's not.
Yeah,
We
because you felt bad about the F off.
okay, yeah. Better than burning his shirt, right, Preach?
No, bruv. Just burning the
okay.
shirts of a player, not the manager that's got your biggest achievement that you still
So
talk about 22 years.
burning the shirt of an academy player that won everything at Liverpool because he chose to move to Real Madrid. That's okay.
Fam,
But
you
doing
don't-
Wenger,
we don't talk about Trent every season or what he's achieved. You don't talk about Wenger and your gold medals every
no, we
season.
don't. No,
The
we
gold
don't talk
medal,
about
that's all
Wenger.
you've got for 22 years. You've been talking about the gold.
Jeez.
Gold. We done the gold.
What are we
Yes,
doing?
because
Why are we going back to
Wenger-
this argument?
Yeah,
I haven't
it's
got-
wild.
Can we just talk about football, please?
Yeah,
I hate
yeah.
this.
Why
Chelsea.
is Salah taking corners these days?
How's
by the way?
Chelsea?
I clocked that today. Salah's taking
What
corners.
else is there? What else is there?
We want Salah
It's going to be
to
useful, isn't it?
get
Like,
the assist record. We want
He's
Salah
on
to
that stat padding vibe.
There's
isn't
nothing
he?
else to
Just
do.
get the assist record.
Must take a corner, bro.
Yeah, but wait. Was it a goal or was it an own goal?
It was a goal.
I think they gave it to
It
him.
was a goal. Are you guys sure?
It was a goal.
It should have been an own
Oh.
goal. I think it should have been an own goal. It
Okay,
looked
nah,
like,
it was-
it could have hit the crossbar, the post.
Yeah,
I didn't say the game. Who scored for Liverpool?
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk. Yeah,
It's still down as a Van Dijk goal.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
give it to Van Dijk, man. Like, if you're gonna give the goal to Madueke, then give that goal to to Van Dijk.
I agree with this.
Yeah, that was wild.
What's Chelsea saying? What do you guys think about Chelsea, man? I thought it was
Can I
mad.
cook?
I thought it was mad that they went 2-0 up and then lost that. I didn't see that come. I didn't see the game, but like I thought.
Apparently they play good football. People say they play good football. I don't know. But I don't know about going for Palmer though. I don't know. Palmer is Palmer back? Like,
Apparently he was cooking though.
yeah, I'm asking.
I
Is
read, guys.
Palmer
I read a
going to-
shocking stat about Palmer. He has
What?
53 goals in the Premier League. Do you know how many of those goals are from penalties?
18.
So
18.
You guys are gonna be shocked. 39.
I'm not.
That's not true. That's not true.
I'm not. I'm
It's not true. It's not
Check.
true.
I put it
It's
in
not
front of
true.
me.
It's true.
I'll
Check.
show it.
I don't
Stefan,
even
it's
get,
not.
like,
It's 18 goals. It's
Are
18
penalties,
goals.
like what? Are they easy now? Like is that what people are
Can you
saying? Like,
confirm this stat, please?
It's 18
Wait.
goals.
So what, are we putting shade on Palmer then? Is he not the number 10?
Yeah,
that
he's super overrated. Yeah,
He's overrated. You say Rodgers over Palmer, yeah? That's what
You
we
need
say.
to stop listening to Twitter only. You know, you see when you get these stats off Twitter
No, I
as well.
just
At least go to AI Google.
Stefan, who's better, Eze or Palmer?
Put the fingers, take it to trigger fingers. Sorry, bro.
Yes, 18. Cole Palmer scored 18 Premier League, 18 penalties in the Premier League. That's 18 of his 45 total goals.
Stefan, those penalties were
He's not
Bulgaria, bro.
He's not.
Okay,
He's not
Twitter-
scored that many.
yeah.
Yeah, you saw it on Twitter because I saw as well. It
Twitter
was.
is lying.
It was what's it called? It was Troops who put it on. You fell for the hokey doke. That's what happened.
Yeah, that sounds like a Francis Chipper kind of stat. He's got in the Newcastle community. He throws out random stuff and people buy it. Like Joe Willock got lost in the maze and it ended up in the sun.
Happens to the best of us.
Wait, Joe Willock had a good game against Tottenham. Just
He did,
putting it
Joe.
out there.
Like, how are we getting here again? You got
That should have been a goal, by the way.
Oh,
That offside thing was that fade.
Yeah,
That was,
how
If he had a slightly lower fade, he would never have got given
I'm
off. Bro. I'm
asking-
telling you.
Palmer
he had
or
Ashes. He had Ashes.
But Palmer who?
Morgan Rodgers?
Morgan
Rogers 100%.
I prefer Palmer.
To start for him.
Listen, I prefer Palmer. I think yes, Palmer's
He runs.
I think Palmer's a better passer than
Rogers is
Is
sick.
it, in fact, I think the best passer in England is Cole Palmer, and I think he's the only one who
England.
in England. Yeah,
Well, as in this season.
He's
no, in right no, obviously not of all time.
England.
Fuck
No,
you.
I'm
Yes.
saying just this season. You don't even have to all time.
Even go to the first goal is for João Pedro. Look at the pass he played. Like you don't have many English players who
He's
can
not even.
sort of
But
unlock.
wait. Olu, he's not even the best passer on Chelsea. Enzo is a better passer than him.
Enzo is the most overrated passer at Chelsea. I believe Cole Palmer is the best passer in
Better than
Chelsea.
Rice. Better than Rice.
Yeah. Cole Palmer is, for me, the best passer in England is Cole Palmer.
The best the best passer in the league.
the best passer for England is Cole Palmer.
For England.
Oh, wait. You said the best parts are in England.
Yeah, you said.
That was your original statement.
Okay, sorry, my bad. For England, it's Cole Palmer. I would put him now without sort of thinking deeply. He'll be my top. He's the best passer in England, and he's probably top 3
Olo,
in the
when
league.
you mean passer, do you mean so? For example, when I think of passer, I think of Xabi Alonso. I think of Toni Kroos, someone that can do long range, short range, quick passes.
Yep. All that variety of passing.
Long range. I've never seen him do one long.
Because he does it. He's got it. His variety of passing. The way his inventiveness in passing as well.
First time around.
All that he's got all that. The problem is that he plays for a team right now which doesn't have a lot of great runners, right?
So Bruno Fernandes, Cole Palmer. I assume Bruno Fernandes is in the top 3.
No, he's talking about English passes. He's not just talking about in the Premier League.
I said in.
Actually,
sorry,
no. I just remembered. Trent. Come on now. Trent is a better passer. Come on.
Yeah, I think you got to concede. You got to concede there, only. Sorry.
Put the guns down.
All right. I'll put
Trent.
Him and Trent joint one, and then after that will be Reece James.
What do you mean joint one?
Yeah. I agree with Reece James being just below those two, but it has to be Trent, Palmer, James. It can't be joint.
Oh, here we go. The other overrated player. Reece James.
Okay. Anyways, anyways. So he's
always in the best. So he plays 3 games a season, but he's the greatest. He's the best ever.
It's like when you guys talk about Wiltshire and Diaby and that. They were great, but they were injured.
Do you guys ever hear us say Wiltshire is the best center midfielder in the world? Like people talk about
Arsenal fans said that before.
Who has said this?
Many.
Okay.
I've heard them say like Declan's better than Patrick Vieira and all them crazy stuff.
Who said that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
Wild. Why is it crazy?
It's because it's just wild. Let's not go back there though. Let's not go back.
Let's not go back.
We're just repeating old shows.
Let's not do that.
You know, there are people who've been tried for war crimes less than that.
No.
Anyways.
The biggest problem in our own fan base is that we don't actually rate our players the same way other fan bases.
That is like listen.
It's a war crime. It's a war crime to say one of the best midfielders in the world currently is not at the level of Patrick Vieira.
Yes.
Have you seen Preach?
One of the best midfielders in the world currently is not better than one of the best midfielders we've ever seen in the Premier League.
Patrick Vieira was an amazing midfielder, but he's not one of the best midfielders ever.
Stefan.
He's not one of the best midfielders ever.
One second. Preach. Have you ever heard me argue Declan Rice? For Declan Rice?
Like, yeah.
Right, so
you don't say wild things.
I don't say what, but you hear me argue for him, right? Now, Stefan, I don't know how old you are, but as someone who saw Patrick Vieira join in 1998 or 97, and then watched him all the way to 2004 when he left. I'm sorry, there was a 3-year stretch where he was the best midfielder in the world.
It's all right. Anyway, he didn't even know he played.
I mean, better. Wait.
There was a 3-year stretch where every single summer. And remember, this was during the time also when there was no transfer window as well. Remember, you could sign players right up to March. And I'm saying this, he was always linked with Real Madrid. They always wanted to get him.
He was an amazing player.
And he chose not to go.
Midfielder in the world.
Remember, he didn't even realize he was in the World Cup.
No, I'm sorry. No, he was never better.
Rice scores more goals.
He was never better. He was never better than Zinedine Zidane. I'm sorry, Olu.
They're trying something, Modric.
I'm sorry. If you wanna call him the best midfielder in the world, you do you, okay? That's fine. I love Patrick Vieira. He's an amazing player, one of the greatest ever Arsenal players. But that does not mean that what I watch from Declan Rice and what I've watched from Patrick Vieira, why I can't compare.
Which version of Vieira did you watch? I need to know this now. Which version? Did you watch the Vieira that was about to leave to Juventus?
The
You saw the
Vieira-
Man City. You saw the Man City Vieira. You saw the Man City Vieira.
So tell me what. I will judge you. When? Tell me now. To be truthful,
Talking
when
about
did you
Fabio
start watching
Vieira.
Vieira? Which one? Which version of Vieira did you watch?
The first ever Arsenal season that I watched was 2001.
So you saw.
I watched him for 5 years, 4 years.
So you saw
when you was in
Prime
London?
Vieira. You saw
Yeah.
Prime Vieira, and you're
Yeah, I saw
telling me
Prime Vieira. Yeah, I saw Prime Vieira.
Vieira.
An amazing player. An amazing player.
I'm losing my mind. Anyways,
Yeah.
So
let's
Chelsea.
continue.
No, it's just this is now. I've noticed this new trend with people that it's the same. It's the same in the WhatsApp groups. These I call them nostalgia
I knew you
masturbate.
was going to say that.
Yeah, so
Yeah, but I don't
it's,
like the
it's
mind,
this,
though,
it's,
but
it's this
I
thing
don't
where
think-
because he's from
You don't-
20 years old.
I don't believe
No.
you.
Can I just
talk about
like
the-
you guys have a different viewpoint? No,
No,
just
no, I
final
wanna
thing,
hear
and
this.
then we will continue with the football. I promise. No, I promise. So they have this thing where if the footage is grainy and it looks like it's been on a DVD, he's fucking amazing. This guy was sick. He was the best ever.
Okay, no,
He's the greatest ever.
Let's
He's
respond to that. Let's
the
respond to that,
greatest ever. If the footage
Okay.
is in 4K,
So you're talking to a guy who tells people go and watch old school Coventry with shit Jolly Jochen. Go and watch old school fucking Aston Villa and tell me that football nowadays isn't better than back then. Don't come to me about this nostalgia merchant nonsense. I know what I've seen. I have watched. No. I cuss old school football because old school football is not as great as people remember it to be.
Me and Oli are nostalgia merchant.
However, I know what I saw. I know what I lived through, and I know what I saw when Vieira was the best midfielder, and if not the best, he was in the top 3 midfielders in the world. You can't take that away from him. So don't get me. Declan Rice is
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice
So
is
is Declan Rice, isn't he?
Declan Rice is a fantastic football player. However, the dominance Vieira had in the midfield.
Why?
No, I have not seen many players match
Okay,
that.
Olu. Sorry, Ash. I have to continue this. Why was Vieira so dominant? Do you know why?
Because he was skillful, he was tall, he was fast,
No,
he was able to dribble, he could shoot, he had a mentality to be a leader, he was a leader of men. People would look, people would step up to the stadium and look at Patrick Vieira and think, what the hell am I going up against?
I agree.
I'm sorry.
But you're missing the other context.
He
the
was
level
black.
of competition.
Don't do this. Don't do this competition.
What do you mean? Don't do this. Apart from Man United, Liverpool,
Vieira,
and on some days Newcastle, Newcastle back then, and Everton. Tell me one midfield that came close to Patrick Vieira's midfield. And people forget, I love Patrick Vieira. I think he's one of the greatest ever midfielders to play in the Prem. But the most underrated player, one of the most underrated players, played next to him in Gilberto Silva, who was an amazing player. An amazing defensive midfielder that nobody talks about whenever they talk about that midfield with Vieira. Gilberto Silva was just as good. He was an amazing player.
That's what you say.
An amazing defensive.
Did you say just as good as Patrick Vieira?
Yeah, in his role, Gilberto Silva was an amazing player.
No,
By the way,
listen, I love Gilberto, but let's be real. When Gilberto came, we rotated between Gilberto and Edu. Guess who never got dropped?
Rotate. Stop.
Yes, we did. The 2002 season,
Gilberto got an
and
injury.
the 2004 is after that. We rotated between Gilberto and Edu. Arsene Wenger always rotating both of them. The one player he never dropped was Patrick Vieira. Do you know why? Because Patrick Vieira was the engine behind. No, he was also the
captain.
We drop Odegaard now. We drop Odegaard. Captain, no captain. Doesn't matter. The reality is this. The best
line. Captain 20 years ago is not the same as captain now. We both know this.
Says who?
Why is it different?
Says who? If you look at trends now, you have many captains now. You have leadership groups. Back in the day, you had forceful personalities that were captains. Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira, John Terry. You had players like this. They were the
Chelsea had the leadership
alpha
group.
male.
Don't you think these teams just had leadership groups that weren't called a leadership group? Do you think this thing we've just made it up over the last? We've just given it a name. That's all it is.
That's all it
That's
is.
what people used to talk about: the
I
spine
agree.
of a team, the goalie, the centre back, the centre midfielder, the
Mitch,
striker.
I agree
But
with
you want to play all
but-
the time. That's your leadership group. It was just names.
Mitch, I agree with you. But back in those days, if you asked the Man United fan who's the leader of the group, who's the leader of the pack, every single Man United fan would tell you Roy Keane. If you asked Chelsea fans,
Rio.
no, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. It was
Michael.
Roy Keane when he played.
Well, so Beckham wasn't the leader of the group at times at Man United, no?
I'm
Eric Cantona wasn't the leader of the group
You're
at times at
taking
Man
us
United.
to some alleyway, bro. I'm seeing like
Okay, forget
murderers
this
and
chat. We will
United
not
is
agree.
alleyway,
We
bro.
will not agree.
Ash, what are you saying?
Let's go back to football.
Yeah,
Let's
Please,
go back.
take us out of here, man, please.
I was going to ask, like, because we talk about nostalgia and things aren't as good as it was before. Would your greatest ever player, Thierry Henry, struggle to score goals in the modern era?
Impossible.
No.
If the defenders,
He was for me
Wait,
transcendent.
let him finish the question.
no. The
So
question
if defenders,
because defenders. No, we're saying the defenders weren't as good back then. So Patrick Vieira's and other players that were nostalgic, they couldn't really thrive because Thierry Henry, he went through the defenses like they were nothing. If he was against modern defenders right now, would he be the same Thierry Henry?
No, no.
Depends.
Because nowadays defenders are far more physical and far faster than 20 years ago. That's just the truth. It's sports science, it's everything. But then again, you can argue because of the developments of sports science, Thierry Henry's athletic gifts would have been utilized more. So he would have been even more athletic. Even faster.
I disagree. I'm sorry, but we've got players hitting 1-in-1 in goal scoring. Listen, Igor Jesus has got 16.
How many
goals.
players are doing 1-on-1 only?
No,
There's only
well,
one
that's true. I
person
know.
doing that.
That's
Very,
true.
very
Oh, no,
few.
that's fair. But Igor Jesus has got what 16, 17 goals in the league season. You want to tell me?
Does he have
Is
that?
Igor
many? Are you
Jesus?
sure?
Yeah. Yes, he does.
Like,
He's
Yeah.
only behind Haaland.
But he's a good striker.
Is he Thierry Henry level?
No, he's Olu.
But
24
what would be a struggle
appearances
for
in the Prem, 2
what-
goals, 1 assist.
How
What
many
the
goals
fuck
do you
have we
think?
been
So,
looking at?
what would be a struggle? Like, what would a struggle look like for Henry? Like, what would be a struggle season?
In this nowadays,
Yeah.
I think
20
17
goals?
goals. 17
Could he hit
goals is a
20?
struggle.
Could he hit? Could he hit?
Easy? I
Yeah,
think
he's
easy.
he's
Yeah, I
a
think
top
he'll
player.
hit 20.
I
think
just
he's-
I
think
just
he's
don't
more
think
of-
he'll
I
be
think
as
he's more easy.
successful.
But I don't think it'll be easy. I think it'll
Are
be harder.
we talking about prime Henry, like when he had all his pace, and
Yeah.
people can catch up. He will hit 20 easy.
What did Isak get last season?
But wait, Olu,
Because that's a good question.
here's-
That's
What
a
did
good
Isak
question.
get last season? Because it's like if we're going to compare like for like, it's as close to you're going to see to a
I
Thierry
think it's
Henry,
crazy.
and Thierry Henry's clear of Isak, so
Exactly.
that
Well, I'm
proves that he
saying
was score
defenders
goals.
used to defend. You see that tackles that Romero did, yeah? That tackle that Romero did back in
Yeah,
the day.
that's pat him on the
Them
back.
tackles-
Good
That
carry
was standard. That was normal.
Yeah, good
Yeah,
tackle.
but,
That was
yeah,
normal. Nowadays, Henry, he ain't got to contest those type of tackles, no?
Exactly.
I mean,
No one lets us play Romero.
Let's not even try and say that the tackling's the same as it used to be, Stefan, because
There was
you
like
could
not.
not get away
It's
with
not
half
the
the
same.
stuff you
It's not
used to
the
get away
same.
there's a trade because at the end of the day, like most of the talented players belonged. Depends what era of Henry that we're talking about. Most of the talented players were the top 4 at the time, right? That's like when we're talking about talent. It was conversion at top 4. After that, you got Colin Hendry in defense for Blackburn or whoever. Like you got some
Colin
like,
Hendry.
It's not them type of levels there. So nowadays, the defenders,
my-
like say for instance, hold on, just say for instance,
My
say for
personal
instance,
favorite,
Say for instance, even
Titus Brown.
Bournemouth had who was the two that went? So it was Zabani and De Huijsen went to
Hudson, yeah.
PSG and Real Madrid respectively. So the spread of quality is different. Now I'm not saying that Henry can't handle those, like, but I'm saying like physically would be a little bit more difficult. But the trade-off is like what Ash said.
I would just
You
guys,
can't get fouled.
the level of sports science compared to 20 years ago is so drastically different that it's just for like just as one pure example, one of the greatest ever rugby teams, the England 2003 World Cup winning rugby team, is considered to be one of the greatest rugby teams ever. The England under 21s that won in 2000, I think in 21 or 20, I forgot which one. The under 21s won the World Cup. On average, they were bigger. They were bigger than the professional 2003 World Cup team. The level of sports science compared to now is drastically.
It's called juicing, but the thing about
whatever. But
the thing. But wait, one second. The thing about it is this, right? Listen, I'm not a nostalgia merchant, but there's certain players who I will have nostalgia merchancy for, and that's the word I just made up. And I tell you what, Thierry Henry is going to be one of those players because I'm sorry, players like him, players like Ronaldo, both Ronaldos, players like even Alan Shearer himself. Those are unicorn players who I think, regardless of errors, will be good enough.
They'll be good wherever.
Alan Shearer,
don't do this.
Stop smoking, bro. What were you smoking up there, bro?
Let's not do this.
No, I actually want to hear this. What was you going to say about Alan Shearer? I'm intrigued by this.
In terms of, I don't think he would be as successful as he was 25 years ago.
Explain why.
I just don't think. I just don't
why.
think
What's your reason behind why you don't think it?
Because the defenders now are far more physically quick and athletic compared to before.
He was never about pace. He was about quick.
No, Blackburn Shearer was a little bit about pace.
Yeah, okay, but he was not. But
okay, but
we saw like 3 or 4 different versions of Alan Shearer, and he always scored goals. And you reckon he wouldn't score goals today? That's crazy.
I didn't say he wouldn't score goals. I just said I don't think he would be as successful as he was 30 years ago.
The same.
Okay, sorry. Actually, to your point, Mitch, as well. So Harry Kane, who is far slower than Alan Shearer ever was, right?
Is he far slower?
Yes, far slower than Blackburn Shearer. He's miles slower than that.
Listening to you guys, Alan Shearer was fucking killing.
No,
go and watch those great Blackburn clips of Alan Shearer. Watch how fast he was.
I was quick.
Don't go on like he wasn't. She used to play off Chris Sutton. Chris Sutton would knock it on, and Shearer would chase onto it. Don't act like he didn't have pace until he was ACL.
I didn't say he had pace, but the way you're making him out to be like
slow, bro. He's quick. We're not talking that Shearer's quicker than Mbappe. We're talking about Harry Kane.
I think back in the day, Stefan's TV was far grainier than everybody else's.
To bang it.
Turn it on and off.
You know the aerial. Hold the aerial up. Trying to get a signal.
No, left bit. That's right.
That was the problem. He was the youngest. He had to hold the aerial, so he's looking from a mad angle.
No, if you guys ask me, the player that I would name apart from Thierry Henry that would transcend both eras extremely well and just as good as today would be Wayne Rooney. For me, Wayne Rooney is never talked about as he's talked about as a Premier League great, but you never hear people put him on the same echelon as Shearer or Henry, and I think
I think you do.
For me,
I think the only reason he doesn't get that is because he played in so many different positions.
I agree, but I just think Wayne Rooney would be just as successful today as he was 25 years ago. I think Wayne Rooney for me is a top.
Like he's a trendsetter. Like we've got a lot of like he's like a trendsetter really, like in terms of like a versatile forward. What he became. So
you're going on like Wayne Rooney is like 42 or whatever the fuck he is.
He's still in this.
Wayne Rooney's not even old.
But he just looks old.
Yeah, but because he broke through when he was 16, so we kind of like I remember him far more.
Let's not talk about that, please.
Hasselbank,
his first goal.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
let's not talk about that.
What about anything? That was a banger.
So this is why I say, okay, this is why I say, like, you know when people say, oh, now is Salah the best player in the Premier League ever, right? I'm always like, and obviously as an Arsenal fan, last season when he was going through his run, people were saying, oh, is Salah now on the same level as Thierry Henry in terms of being the best player in the Premier League ever, right? And I'm like, I don't think Salah's been better than Wayne Rooney. I consider Wayne Rooney to be a better player. I think he had a shorter prime, or no, actually, no, he didn't have a short prime because he started when he was 16.
No,
he
played for a decade.
I feel like before people could say our player's better than Henry or at Henry's level, you have to go through players like Wayne Rooney. And I think Wayne Rooney is very close to being one of the greatest. Premier League player of all time.
No, but although here, it's also the problem is bias here. Like, if you ask me, I don't even think Salah is the most talented winger on Liverpool's great front three. I rate Sadio Mane far higher than, as a pure talent, in my opinion. Sadio Mane at his best was better. Salah was just so productive and such a lethal finisher that his numbers were always far better. If you ask me, Hazard for me as a talent in terms of winger in the Prem, I don't think I've seen a better winger talent.
Yeah, it comes down to what you believe.
But his numbers, Hazard's numbers, if you look at
Robin
them,
was better.
they're very average. They're
Yeah, but
extremely
it comes
average.
down to what people say is better. Some people like about aesthetics. Some people about skills and attributes. Some people about goal records and everything else. You really just have to find a way to have a criteria that puts all of them down, score them, and then there you go. Because at the end of the day, Salah does have the better trophies than Henry, and has the what you're laughing.
Does he?
No, it's not that. It's not that.
Does he have the better
I just saw
For
the
Champions League.
I just saw the most.
Twice.
Henry also has a Champions League.
Yeah, Salah's the goal.
Whilst playing in the Premier League.
Oh.
We're saying the Premier League.
Okay,
Yeah.
Henry has a
Premier
World
League.
Cup
Rare.
and a Euros.
I just saw the funniest slander name for Ekitike. They called him Theory Henry.
TK. Yeah, because
He's good.
he's started in it. So
That's cold.
They called him Theory. Oh my goodness, that is
That's cold.
Guys,
cold.
can we
You know
please
what? First
talk
they
about
laugh at you, then they
Spurs?
respect
Can
you.
we, can we please talk about Spurs?
No, we
No, I don't think
jumped
that's
from
really
Chelsea. We were meant to
Oh,
talk
okay,
about
okay.
Chelsea.
It's
And
like
we-
that Grosh.
back to
Anybody
Chelsea.
remember that Grosh advert from back in the day? The guy's like, wait, it's not ready yet. The whole show. Wait.
No, you was gonna say who's gonna finish above like not Chelsea and Liverpool, and I was just about to say I do agree with, I can't remember who said it, but I think pretty much Man United, Arsenal, Man City, that's gonna be the three, and Villa I think possibly be the four.
Villa
I think the fight for
won
fifth.
today, guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think the fight between fourth and fifth, because it's about inconsistencies between Liverpool and Chelsea, really. I wish I could say Newcastle, but we've fallen 10
Does
points
anyone
behind.
not look at what Michael Carrick did and saw that draw against West Ham and think, ooh, low blocks?
All I'm saying is this, yeah. Like playing once a week is a hell of a drug, bro.
It is.
and look how they
No,
struggled.
I hear it. I hear it.
Struggled
It's
against
low
West
block.
Ham. They
Don't
once
argue.
a week, and they still struggled against West Ham using relegation.
That's what I'm
You know what
saying.
people
West
say?
Ham
You
are
know,
good, guys.
yeah, but Ash,
West
Ash,
Ham-
you-
West
Ash,
Ham are
Ash, you know
very
when people
good.
say, low block, yeah. It wasn't like West Ham were camped in their half and in their penalty box and didn't. So I'm saying, like, Man United had their chance. They could have hit him on the transition and they didn't. They just got back in numbers and they did it really, really well. Like, I understand when people say like
That's what
low
I'm
block. Yeah,
That's what
I
I'm
understand
No,
low
two-
block.
two-
I
I
understand
will-
low block to be where a team would not
I will
come
tell
out.
you why. Because it's West Ham. Liverpool did the exact same thing today against Sunderland, but that's great defending, and
No, but Sunderland,
toughness and discipline.
Oh,
That was
jeez.
their
How do
first loss.
forget Liverpool? Forget Liverpool.
Yeah,
Forget,
sorry.
forget
Hey,
Liverpool. Forget
that's
Liverpool,
their
man.
first
Forget how do we even get there? I have no
Can't talk
idea.
about that.
No, it wasn't.
No,
It's not even about. It's not about Liverpool. It's not about Liverpool. That was
No,
Sunderland's
no.
first loss at home. We're forgetting
Yes,
the form guide as well. That was Sunday. West Ham have. That's not the first loss.
Yeah.
West
I
Ham.
think Man United players are tired. I think he's only got like 2 or 3 players that can take off the bench. Lovely goal from Sesko.
Tired from what? From
No,
chilling?
from playing 2 games. That's my point, though. That's what I'm saying to you. That's my point. That's the first time they played 2 games in a week for a while. No, that's my point, though. That's why they're tired. Like Arsenal won, Liverpool won, we won. So we've been playing.
Knows what he's doing with that one.
We've all been playing 3 games a week since November. Do you know what I mean? So, but look at Man United. They faded literally at the first hurdle of having to play 2
Mate,
games.
No,
they
I
struggled
just-
against
no,
Fulham as well, by the way. So the element of surprise only works for so long.
Yeah,
That's
Mitch is
confident
right.
now. If teams start setting up the way they want to set up against them, I don't
Exactly.
think
No,
they'll be
teams-
as effective as they have been.
No, it's the same rule. It's the same rule in the NFL. If you have a new quarterback, he looks amazing for 4 or 5 games.
What's NFL?
Then they have tape on him. Then they have some tape. One team adopts something that works, then every other team copies them. and then let's see how you adapt to that. And
If you ever start calling football soccer, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
I was just giving.
I hear it as well, 'cause I mean, Fulham, they almost drew the game against Fulham, innit?
Yeah. Listen, I think 2 weeks ago I said, like, right now they're playing on a high of a feel good factor, right? And when you got feel good factor, games come easy. It's the games where, like, you got to dig deep. That's where you show the real sort of, like,
We
are
know,
they
we know who
better?
you are.
And the games that
Yeah.
aren't like prime time, they're not fashionable.
Exactly. Listen, you could play Man City, you could play Arsenal. Those are big games you see, right? Even the Fulham game, right? It was. I mean, you saw a poorer performance against Fulham, and the reality is this: is like you see a lot of United fans talking about how, oh, you know, they've got ethical corner kicks and they play ethical set pieces, so on and so forth. And like yesterday, they realized, it was this new thing that they were trying to do, where they're saying that, the corner they scored against, I think it was Tottenham, that one, right? They were like, oh, we don't surround the goalkeeper and so on and so forth, right? And it's funny, I was looking at it post the West Ham game, and they were like, oh, now we understand why Arsenal against low blocks literally just surround the goalkeepers and try to get a goal from that, because playing a low block is difficult. Like, it's a simple tactic in terms of just getting 11 men behind the ball, but if you get them working in unison, it's hard to break down. And that's why teams just go left to right, try to create openings. And sometimes you got to do something ugly like a set piece. And there's going to be more teams this season who are going to set up in low block and hit them on counter-attacks. And they're a counter-attacking team. They're not a possession-based team. So now it's like, now go out of your elements, and now you be the ones to break teams down, not the other way around.
No, but also set pieces. That's why Arteta is so high on set pieces, because the only time when you almost have a complete numerical advantage or pretty much a balance where they have everybody in the box and it's 11 men behind the ball, the only time when you can overload that box is during a set piece, because most of the time if you're trying to play around them and cross into the box, they have about 5 to 6 players in their box. You have maximum around three. Whilst on a set piece, it's almost equal, pretty much. So that's why set pieces have become so important. And Man United, I disagree a little bit with Olu. I think this was the first game where they had expectations to win. They had zero expectations against Arsenal. They had zero expectations against Man City. They didn't have expectations in those games where they won.
No, they would have done at Fulham though.
At Fulham also, but like it was exciting. But then when they got 3 wins on the trot, especially 2 against the top 2 teams in the league, then fans started expecting, they're gonna go to West Ham, where they don't have a very good record.
It was the hair thing. It was they made too much of a big deal about
it. But there started to be some expectations where we're expecting you to win the game now.
Yeah, they should never. I think they should never have acknowledged that hair thing. I think even if they didn't put it on their socials, I think internally they probably were acknowledging it, and it became too much of a thing, and the occasion became bigger than it needed to be. That is a game against West Ham. Just go and win it.
Like a cup final.
Exactly. Just go and win it. Just go and win it. Just go out there and win it. One second. The thing about is that it wasn't just the fact that they played a low block. It was the fact that they didn't look good on the ball. It looked rushed. Everything seemed like sloppy. And it's like, you shouldn't be playing that way if you're not, like, if the game is not making you nervous. It felt like they were just too nervous going into the game. It's like, that's not what they should have done. It was a strange game for them. And I mean, now the guys go back to 0.
Guys, by the way, West Ham, people are saying West Ham last 5 games, 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. And that loss came against Chelsea, where I thought they were super unlucky to lose that game.
Yeah.
They could have easily won that game. So West Ham are in a good place. I knew when I saw Man United and Chelsea and Liverpool also this season are quite similar. They play up to their competition and down to it also. So Liverpool, for example, going to Sunderland, hearing the fact that they're undefeated at their ground, that motivates them. Then Liverpool are gonna, go, play Leeds at home and draw 0-0.
I disagree.
So for me, it's the same with Chelsea. Chelsea play away to Man City, get a 1-1 draw, could have maybe won the game. The next game, they go away to Leeds, get absolutely demolished. 3-0, I think it was.
Does that work when you're talking about the teams that have 4th, 5th, and 6th in the league, though? That can't be factually correct for them teams to be in them positions.
I think you can find that kind of thing anywhere. It's like City drew or lost, and then Arsenal had an opportunity to widen the gap, and then they ended up drawing. So, expectations. I guess it happens, isn't it?
The reality is that teams in that position are in that position because naturally they're inconsistent.
Yeah,
that's just the reality of it. Like, you're gonna get inconsistency. Like the two places where you see consistency is top of the league or the first 2-3 teams, and the bottom 3. They tend to be the ones that are most consistent.
No,
consistently winning or consistently losing. Those guys in between will always be inconsistent.
Although I also think it relates to expectations. If you remember, Chelsea completely drastically started declining this season, and then which ended up with Maresca losing, was right after they drew with Arsenal with 10 men. They started talking big, and we're only 6 points behind you. Literally from that game, I don't think they won in December, I think. And then as a result, Maresca got sacked, and they from talking about that maybe we're in the race for the Premier League, and the expectations started rising because of that game, they completely just declined. So did for me, it depends on the actual team, but Man City and Arsenal they're first and second because they're the most consistent teams out there. I just don't think
the EPL is not inconsistent.
We're gonna talk about pressure like that then.
No, even
what Arteta does.
No, but look at Villa. Villa are also an example of this. When they were 4 points behind Arsenal, everybody started talking big about Emery. He plays Brentford at home. Brentford are with 10 men, and they beat them 1-0 at their ground. So for me, it just shows from a physical side, playing three games a week and playing every 3 days is so difficult. But for me, to win the Premier League and to be at a top level consistently, the most difficult is the mental aspect of dealing with those expectations. And I just think that's why I don't rate any of the teams below Man City, because I think whenever there's some sort of higher expectation that's above Champions League football, that maybe they might challenge Man City and Arsenal, just look at what happens immediately after that.
Wild. There's only been 2 teams that have actually beaten that expectation in the last 5 years.
Yeah, that's true. But for me, that's the most telling aspect. That's why I never took Villa seriously.
I still think they're the ones to drop out of the top 5.
Really? No.
I personally think Villa and Man United drop out.
Villa right now they're 9 points behind. They're six points ahead of Man United, and
it doesn't matter.
I reckon Chelsea and Liverpool catch both of those sides.
That's just 2 losses. Literally.
That's 2 losses, and it can happen. They're, like I keep saying this, they're decimated by injuries, and
their midfield is Olu, but the rest of the squad isn't.
The midfield's the most key part of the pitch.
Exactly.
But their midfield is their deepest area. Like they are decimated. Their best midfielders are injured, but they have good players that are still. Onana is playing. He's really good. Like he can. I know he's not Tielemans or McGinn. What McGinn does, but he's still very, very good. He's still like a really good player. Like, and most importantly, their best players are fit. Rodgers is playing. So for me, I don't see them dropping off. I think Emery is too good of a coach to allow them to drop into 6th. Like they're 9 points ahead of Liverpool, 8 points. Yeah, no.
I think they will drop out, but
I think they finish 5th. I think Chelsea and Liverpool catch both of those 2 teams.
And guys, don't forget, Liverpool and Chelsea have no depth. So once Champions League hits,
but the Aston Villa have depth. They've also got the Europa League as well,
and FA Cup.
They're all in the same boat. Like
Saturday.
And for me, it's just like, okay, at that point, it's going to come down to quality. I trust the quality of Chelsea, and
Do you?
that's what I'm saying. I trust them more than I trust Aston Villa's quality
I hear
Why?
it.
Why?
I hear it. I hear
because
it.
I think that I think pound for pound they have got better players than Aston Villa. Aston Villa can perform better.
Wait.
Pound for pound, they've got better quality. Whether or not they perform at that quality is different, right? There's a difference between performing at quality than just the perceived quality of the team. I think every team in that top 5, top 6 is better than Aston Villa.
Would you say
in terms of
though that
quality?
Emery has got more experience than Liam Rosnia? I haven't said his name. That could kind of can maybe help them get. But
you know what I feel
I
about
think
Emery.
we're already
So
starting to see
I'm
the
not
cracks with Villa, though.
I'm not the right person to talk to about Emery because you know me.
I hear it still. But
I would take Emery any day over Liam Rosenia or Michael Carrick. So for me, it's a no-brainer. I think Chelsea's squad in general is extremely overrated. I think their defense is horrendous. Bar Cucurella and of course the greatest right back of all time in Reece James. That's it. That's pretty much it. I would not take any other defender from Chelsea. Not one.
It needs work. Fofana. He's not
Midfield, I think I agree with Olu about Enzo. I think he's very overrated. I don't think, even though the last few months he's been performing.
Cole was a good defender.
Yeah, but he's injured.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, how many of the Villa defenders are you taking?
Exactly. I was going to say, you take Paul Torres?
Konza's an amazing defender. Konza's a top. I would take Konza every day over any of the.
He's one thing he's not is amazing. He's good.
Exactly.
If Konza played for Man United or for Chelsea, people would be waxing there. Konza for me is one of the most underrated players in the Prem. Konza is a top player. He's a top player in my opinion. If Guehi is rated, and I love Guehi, is rated by everybody about what a top player is at Palace, Konza is of the same level.
No.
If you speak to any Villa fan, he will tell you arguably that Konza is their best player.
Yeah, but I heard Villa fans last season saying they're the best squad in the league. So like,
they said,
I don't really tend to listen to what Villa fans have got to say about that.
They said they had the best
use
midfield.
my eyes and watch
everyone was saying they've got the second best midfield in the league.
Their midfield is really, really good.
Who's the first? Who's the first?
Top 3, top 4 midfield.
It's definitely not Newcastle.
Frozen, by the way.
Newcastle are fucking. Why is it definitely not Newcastle? What is so special about Newcastle's midfield this year? Bruno has been terrible. Let's be honest. Bruno G has been shit this year. Let's be honest.
You haven't watched us then, so fine. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
You're
currently doing amazing, Mitch. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, we're not doing amazing. But to turn around and say, Bruno's been crap this year is wild.
Because every game I watch, Mitch, teams are running through your midfield.
And why is that down to Bruno Guimaraes?
No, it's down to your midfield.
But why does that correlate to Bruno being crap? That's my question to you.
Well, because
I'm not arguing our midfield is the best, but I'm asking you why that correlates to Bruno being crap.
Because defensively, when they run through your midfield, the main player, the main link
is Bruno our 6?
It's Bruno.
Is Bruno our 6?
Sorry?
Is Bruno our 6?
Yes.
No,
wrong.
It's not.
That I refer back to my very first statement. You clearly don't watch us very often.
Okay.
If Tonali plays, Tonali's our 6. Bruno was our 6 yesterday against Tottenham, but he's not our 6.
Just because Tonali picks up the ball.
No, just because Tonali plays in our 6, it means he's our 6. I watch us every game.
Yeah,
don't try and tell me who the 6 is when I watch us every game.
Well, Bruno's practically giving a free role in the midfield to go and find the ball.
Look at his goals and assists and chance creation and tell me he's playing 6 and doing that. Don't be silly.
Okay.
Let's not be silly now.
Has he got more than Declan Rice?
Well, then that's a wrong midfield setup then because of this.
Don't bring Bruno to conversations he doesn't want to be part of. Man.
So Stefan, November last season, we were having similar problems with Bruno in the 6. We moved Tonali into the 6 and we went crazy. So saying it's a setup problem for Bruno not being our 6 is wild because we tried it at the beginning of last season, it didn't work. We put Tonali in there, we were miles better.
So why?
Until
Why is there
recently.
this massive
So
defensive?
Nali's
issue?
not been performing. He was on the bench
What you
against
guys
Tottenham. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Tottenham. So we played Tottenham. What happened to Tottenham? What's going on with Tottenham?
Can we
bro?
go back to what's
Let's
Tottenham?
play Brentford. I thought we were going for the whole weekend, so I know we play Brentford. I don't know what happened to that result, but a guy called Keith Andrews, he's performing miracles, isn't it?
Yeah, he's doing bits. He's doing bits.
Right, Tottenham lost against Man United, I heard.
Yeah.
Of course, we had 10 men in it. Romero, it's crazy, man.
Romero.
It's crazy. I like.
Captain
Jeez.
slagging off the boardroom and then getting sent off. What's he
Well,
doing that?
Spursy.
It makes sense now why Romero. It was all part of the plan. You know what I'm saying?
Was it?
Did you have a
Told
game
you to
after
sign some
Man United?
players. Let me have 3 games off. 4 games off. 4
Four.
games.
Yeah. He said, listen,
No, 5.
Four.
Oh,
He's got
was
4
it
games off.
4?
Did you have a game after Man United?
Yeah, I
Out
can
of
get this
interest.
manager out is to sabotage the whole team. I'm gonna have to collapse it.
So who's next after Man United? You lost to Man United. Who you got next?
Arsenal. Was it? Oh, wait.
Fulham.
Fulham.
You got Fulham first.
Palace.
FA Cup.
Fulham and Palace.
And these guys are falling for this. Like,
We're taking a break.
Yeah.
Going out.
you guys, man.
Sort out, Frank's gone.
No, but
You were, if Frank was there, you were gonna get a biblical beatdown at White Hart Lane. I'm so sad he's not gonna be there.
Hey, I'm telling you, dude.
what? Oh, like, do you think a new manager is gonna change things in the space of
No,
like
it's
9
not. It's
days?
not. That's Stefan. That's not the thing. He's so in love with Arsenal that he would just.
Yeah. He does love Arsenal. He does love Arsenal.
This
I
guy.
mean, the whole thing about. I'm sure everyone has seen it, right? But the whole thing about, like, he loved talking about Arsenal in
With
the
the players and that.
to the players and stuff. It was obvious. He's been obsessed with Arsenal since he was at Brentford.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a hit piece, though. Like, I thought that was a bit of a hit piece, like this.
Yeah, but then
No, but don't worry. Tomorrow it will be Frank's people that will release something else to another paper, and it will be
Tomorrow is
it will
Postecoglou.
be something else, huh?
Overlap. That's what tomorrow is. Postecoglou overlap.
Oh yeah,
Postecoglou's on
Big
the
hands,
tomorrow.
big
Like,
hands.
that is elite timing, by the way.
perfect time.
That's
Mate, you could not have made that any better.
It's who we are, mate.
men.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
How much? Wait, Ash. Before we go into the game though, let's talk. I want to continue this because I'm enjoying this. How much of a mess is
That's much.
your club? Like, think about it, right? So for all the years we've been hearing, it's Levy's fault. Levy this, Levy that. Oh, he's the devil. Oh,
he's
this,
fucking
he's
laughing
that.
now, Olu. He's
Right?
laughing his ass off somewhere.
Levy's gone.
No,
Right?
but the remnants are still there. Like, he was there
Yeah.
for 20 years.
He did
Like,
He did the damage.
No.
this is
He did the damage. So he's the one doing the tactics.
He did the damage,
No,
man.
no, question. No, question.
let me
Levy, remember, Levy was the one that brought these guys.
Thomas
in.
Frank.
and this mentality and this vision and
He
everything.
brought in
Vinay.
the Langers. He's brought in the Langers of the world.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Vinay.
saying?
he's been a joke.
Langer-
Lang is the sporting there.
Langer and Vinay, obviously, they recruited Frank in it, and Frank has no balls whatsoever. You can see he's a very nice guy, very pleasant, very similar to Langer. Langer is a very nice guy.
No, he's
Very
not nice.
nice.
He's just stale. He's like stale cornflakes. He's boring as
Frank's
fuck.
tactics-
Zero
I thought
charisma.
Frank's tactics are quite still. If you look at the last 4 or 5 Brentford managers, they all thought they were better than they were. They left and they went on to get sacked. A recent one would be Dean Smith. Do you remember him?
Mhm.
Villa.
He went to Villa. What happened? Stunk out the gaff. And he was overperforming at Brentford. Do you know what I'm saying? They've had previous managers before, and I guarantee you Keith Andrews will have the same fate. You know what I mean? Why? Because the culture, the
Keith
environment,
Andrews.
that's
Are you guys getting connect Keith Andrews?
I hope
no.
No, he's talking about Brentford now. He's talking about
Oh,
the way
right,
things
right,
work
right,
at Brentford
right.
doesn't necessarily like
Oh,
Brentford.
Sorry.
Follow
Go
it,
on.
dude.
Go on.
Follow it.
I moved
Sorry.
too fast. Sorry, I'm like slow it down. So basically, the environment at Brentford, they're the ones that create the managers. That's why they always get their backroom staff to become managers, because they're yes men. They're not going to answer back. You understand? And their players, obviously, they've got their recruitment. They know how to find players. A bit like Brighton, they know how to find the players that they want to kind of filled out the instructions for the team to perform a certain way. So even when Keith Andrews gets taken, they'll get another manager that comes through. Thomas Frank is no different to those managers, in my opinion. But the problem is bigger than what Thomas Frank.
I got it so wrong. I got it. So, I honestly, I rated Thomas Frank as
a lot of people did.
Don't do that, because I remember you talking to Jay and you said you never really watched them that much last season. So
I said Thomas Frank is an when they hired Thomas Frank, I thought Thomas Frank as a pound for pound coach based on the value he got from that team. I said that he's arguably the best coach in the league based on the results he got. From the budget. But then you realized he's far more Graham Potter than.
But Ash, let me ask you a question. We said this at the beginning of the season. I was saying to you, remember I said to you, between you and Man United, I said it might be a bit of it's a great to win a trophy. I'll never say it's a curse to win the trophy, but the curse might be that the following season you got a squad that's not ready to play 3 games a week, and that we won't see the best of what a Thomas Frank team might look like until the following season. Obviously, he went way below than he should have. Injuries contributed to that. But do you think if had Tottenham not won the trophy and you were playing once a week or twice here and there like Man United are, do you think you would be where Man United are now?
I'm not too sure, only because a lot of the players didn't respect what Frank was about.
That's
understand?
True.
And you need a club like Spurs. We have this mentality where we think and I hate to say it, financially we are, but we've got when Ange came in, he kind of got the remit. He came in, he was like, oh, Man City, who? Do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal. Why are you talking about Arsenal? Whereas Frank was like, oh, Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? So because he kind of said to hey, we're gonna win trophies, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Whereas Frank was like, nah, you're 17th place, and we're trying to get back to maybe 10th. You know what I mean? We need to realize. So go on, Stefan, go on.
But not only that, Ash. I just think the stuff that was leaked today, obviously from the anti-Frank, from the player side that didn't like Frank, I'm sure it was their agents and their people.
Yeah, of course.
I just thought it illustrated the issue. They didn't realize they made themselves look actually worse than Frank, because by releasing the fact that you were making fun of him secretly between staff and between other players, that just shows how shit the culture is at Spurs.
Yeah.
Because at a well-run club with a clear leader, first of all, they would never. The leadership group within the team would never allow that.
Yeah.
And then I read also the fact that I'm guessing this was Frank's people that leaked it, and from the boardroom also a little bit that were defensive of Frank, was that they leaked that most of the leaders, especially Romero, would be late. How can you be the captain of the team and be late to meetings?
Massive problem.
It just shows the culture and
everyone was comparison, the captain coming in late.
No. And here's the thing. You have to. I agree with you about Frank. Far too nice. Didn't have the balls to make the hard decisions. Can you imagine? No. Can you imagine? I remember. I think the beginning of the end started after the Chelsea game when when Van de Ven and Spence literally walked off and ignored him. Can you imagine if that was Conte or Mourinho? Do you think that they would have done that? No. Well, Conte would have probably strangled them.
Not if they want to die.
He would have done that.
Conte would have strangled them. No, for sure. But no. So he had zero. He had zero, and the other thing is I don't think he also realized the magnitude. Like when you come to a club.
Wait, what magnitude? Relax there, chill.
Just sit. Don't let him.
Compared to Brentford, they're a massive club compared to Brentford.
No.
And Thomas Frank came in.
I'm not allowing
the
this.
Same community club type vibes where he's giving compliments to Arsenal. Like you're at a big club now. You can't do this.
Good for him.
If
Good for him.
Okay.
Dun,
But
dun,
so
dun.
he
whole
kind of he just
Man's
know,
had the link for
and-
time.
yeah.
You know what I was going to say though, like Ash, I was going to ask like you and from what you kind of sense from the Tottenham fan base, yeah. Me and Mitch know about this stuff, yeah, in terms of like relegation, right?
Say again.
The best thing I can say, some of the advice I can give is, and I wanted to know from your, and I'm not saying it's not even a bad, it's kind of understanding because you're 5 points above it, right? Players are dropping like flies, and you've got no manager. For me, the best thing you can do.
That pause was crazy. He's like, let us sink in before I carry on.
The best thing you can do is accept that you're in the relegation fight. Because I still see people saying, no, Tottenham will never go down. No, I can't even. And that's exactly how we went down with Michael Owen and Obafemi Martins.
Mark
Viduka as a striker.
Michael Owen, why do you say it like that?
No, I'm saying the
Players that shouldn't get relegated, Preach.
Players that we shouldn't get relegated with, right?
Yeah,
So, but it happened, is what I'm saying. So, but if I were to go back in time and say, how do we just accept that we're in a relegation fight a lot sooner? Like, for instance, Rafa Benitez take over. Like, we all say that if he had like 2 more games, we probably would have stayed up. You probably taken the right action at the right time, possibly. But I think this, and I'll end it on this. There's a lot of split between Tottenham fans, obviously over Frank, over this, over that. I think if for the last 13 games, you guys just unite and back your team, forget all your grievances against each other and back your team to stay up, you will stay up. But if things continue to be like separate and disintegrated and beefs and conflict like that, you're going to go down in a hail of fire. And I wouldn't, trust me, bro. Like I still got PTSD. I'm sure Mitch got PTSD. It's not even just the 2 relegations. There are multiple relegation fights. You're in it now. You're going to turn into Bane. You're no longer adopting the darkness. It's me and you. Like we live in we can see each other in the darkness. That's how good we are.
Can I also add to that as well? I think you're making a very valid point, and I think I need to add to this point as well. Next year, will this show continue happening on Wednesdays? I just need to know.
There's always this.
Years. Well,
I just need to know if we need to be. If I need to set up next year on Wednesdays, do I have my free time?
Where are you at this with Ash? Where are you and the fan base? Where are you and the fan base at with this? Are you in denial? Like
no. Relegation is a real talk in the fan base, and people are looking down. They're not looking up. They're looking down. They're looking at results. People are looking at what Forest are doing heavily. They're looking at what Palace, even like West Ham especially. West Ham a lot. There's been a lot. You see that Man United game? West Ham scored. That went into the stadium. The stadium, it felt like the day of reckoning, the day of like, the last day when you're watching results.
Oh, yeah.
It went kind of quiet in the stadium because they realized
I've been there.
3 points. It's getting real. Shit's about to
but Ash, not only that, you have Nuno, Sean Dyche, and an unknown manager to be decided.
They're survivalists. They know how to survive. Like
they not only they Forest 2 years ago they survived. In the last few weeks.
Yeah.
So they have experience. West Ham also have experience from, I think, the last season of Moyes. I think 15, 16 at one point. So
what we're saying is that you're too pretty for this. Like, you're too pretty to fight like this.
They're
bro.
soft. Yeah,
I'm saying you're too pretty for this kind of fight. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
man, we got Paulinho. Paulinho's he's a dog's body. Gallagher's a dog's body as well, isn't it? That man can
Gallagher. He's from Chelsea. What type of relegation fight has he done?
No, but I'm saying he's got the physicality about
it. Anybody that comes from Simeone's Madrid.
We're talking about physical aspects, and you need physical, but we're talking about the mental aspect.
Yeah, the mental.
There's a different like.
Paulinho could be there.
I saw another joke, right? It said Spurs are going through. It said Conor Gallagher is Spurs' marquee signing. He goes, that's like going to a knife fight and they're giving you a dildo.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy.
He was, especially against Newcastle, he was the worst player on the pitch. He was terrible. He was horrendous. I remember.
Oh no, Dragozin was by far the worst.
Oh, Dragon's Breath. Dragon's Breath.
Okay. No, I disagree because for your second goal, for your second goal, not only did he screw up the counterattack, he then lazily didn't track back the guy, and then I think it was Gordon. He left. He literally just left Gordon go past him, and then Gordon crossed in towards Ramsey, and Ramsey scored it. That was literally the whole goal. Was on Gallagher. Like, it was completely on Gallagher. He was terrible. He made his passing in that game was horrendous, which
being horrendous.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
But can we just also say the massive issue that they've got as well, which is again similar to Villa,
scoring goals.
A hell of a lot of injuries. Like when you think about, they have got a lot of injuries. It is insane what Spurs are going through in terms of now. I mean, they've lost Udogie now for a long
for a
time,
month,
right? Spence is clearly not fit.
Spence was also terrible. Yeah,
right. Obviously, long term,
he's not
Maddison. Odegaard is injured. Richarlison's injured.
Well, how do we know? How do we know that the players weren't faking the injuries? You know what I'm saying?
You think so? When you think conspiracy?
No. You know what I'm saying? As soon as Frank's gone, they start playing better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
with Kulu,
no, it's true.
With Kulu, guys, he got a terribly complicated, terrible injury. Like one of the worst injuries you can get in terms of recovery time. Like, it's the most. Sorry?
Who's their next game?
Their next game is Arsenal at home.
Oh,
that's the next Premier game. Ain't you going to FA Cup game?
In between, yeah.
No.
We're in Champions League. That's all right.
Yeah, they're in the
but they're fourth in the Champions League. Respect
my team. Yeah. So it says here, breaking. Thomas Frank has said yes to Liverpool. The problem is that it's asking anything.
Do you know what? I don't think Thomas Frank's going to get a top 6 job again.
No.
Poor guy, man.
No chance.
He ruined. It took Nuno to go to Saudi Arabia to fix his career after being with Spurs.
You say he's going to go to Saudi,
yeah? Yeah, he won a cup there. Then he came back, saved Forest, and pretty much now resurrected his career. For me, last season he was the manager of the year, easily. And yeah,
was it the Undertaker?
Is it the
Undertaker? Big up Yoms.
New entrance. Do you know what? Even yesterday, the whole vibe in the stadium was crazy.
Undertaker.
He's alive.
He's alive. You just need a shirt that says, "I told you, man." I told you, man. He just needs that shirt and he's done.
Mr. Box Office.
How are you, Mr.
Yeah, I'm all right. I mean, I'm sorry to interrupt. I forgot his name now. Mitch was speaking, so I'll let you have your say, Bob, because I don't want to interrupt proceedings. You know what I mean?
You just confused.
I didn't want to look like I was interrupting you, mate, because at the end of the day, you're a very nice guy. You know what I mean? So I want to let you finish. You know what I mean? In a nice way. I'm not saying you're going to waffle or anything like that. I'm just saying let you finish. That's me being nice, by the way, so don't get used to it. You know what I mean?
It's been a few times now, box office, so I'm actually getting used to it. No, do you know what? The vibe in the stadium was crazy yesterday because it got to a point where literally every backwards pass was met by a mad amount of boos. And I was stood there watching, trying to figure out what Tottenham were trying to do. And for the whole game, I could not get my head around it. It looked like the worst. I was in the Tottenham end, so with a Tottenham fan. And I said to him, the worst thing I can say about this is it looks very much like a Steve Bruce Newcastle team. There is no plan. There's no patterns of play. The players were just looking at each other, waiting for something to happen. And the only one that looked like something was going to happen was Archie Gray. The only one that wanted to try and take like the authority and try and take the game on his shoulders and try and bring something. And I was just looking, thinking, yeah, this is all the signs of a team that could easily get relegated.
Yeah, but Mitch, we also have to be real here. Their attack, I mean, Spurs' attack is a relegation level.
There's some decent players there. They've just got no heart.
Who's decent?
Man, I'm telling you, the two wingers, yeah. When I saw our lineup, I thought the two wingers would have a field day against Burn and Trippier. And there was 3 or 4 occasions in the game where they faced them up 1-1 and went back. And it was like, these haven't got the heart to get out of this. They do not want to make a mistake, especially at home, because of the noise in the stadium.
Ash, please.
Is that true?
Please tell Mitch that Tell is
with fans crying in the stadium.
I didn't see any fans crying in the stadium.
Brilliant.
But all I know is as soon as full time went, pretty much everyone around me got their phone out and got a stream out of West Ham Man United.
Crazy.
And they were all walking back to the train station. Everybody was watching the game. And then the train erupted when Man United scored.
Wow.
Absolutely erupted like it was a Tottenham goal. It was crazy.
So the fan base really is feeling the heat now then?
Yeah, 100%.
No, they've accepted it. I like to hear that. It's good. They heard it. That's good. I was worried that you were in denial. But when was
that going to happen? Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, but when I hear something that I'm just like thinking, okay, wow. When was that? Because I was waiting for that time to be ticking a long time ago. You know what I mean? That time ticking bomb. You know what I mean? That time ticking bomb that we were in trouble. You know what I mean? So when was that going to be realised? Because I was realising it a long time ago. I'm not saying I told them. You know what I mean? I told them. It's not like I was telling them, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's like,
I'm not saying I told you so, but
we'll actually find out. That's what I'm saying. Because I was finding out a long time ago. You know
wait. So Alex, so you thought you were in danger of getting relegated?
He was talking.
I can't put anything past Tottenham right now.
Alex,
because we finished 17th last season.
Mr. Box Office does predictions for fun. Gets
you know what I mean?
Right and leaves halfway through the show.
I love how Toon Tactics puts it. You know what I mean? Like, let me just run it back. Let me run it back because the Professor of Truth and Entertainment needs to say something right now. Yeah, take my time with it. Yeah, like Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah, because we could get relegated because of that as well. When I saw the reason why I'm laughing at this at the moment. Now, I've said recently, I think I said this on this show. I said, you know what? I want Tottenham to lose. I want to see some people squirm. I want to see some people behind the scenes squirm. Because I looked at them, and I looked at it in November when Paratici left. And again, to anybody who knows Mr. Box Office TV and Mr. Box Office, he don't rate Paratici. Newsflash, didn't rate Paratici. Always was debating with people that were deluded, saying Paratici was absolute.
Leave it.
I didn't like him at all. But one thing I do know about Paratici, and one thing I do know about Daniel Levy, they're both leaders. Yeah, they're both leaders. Number one, yeah, not number twos like Vinay and Lange. Yeah, number one. Yeah, right. So when they left, right, and when Paratici left and had an alternative for this manager, right, and they didn't want to take it, I knew we were banging trouble. Right?
Who left? Sorry,
Paratici, Fabio Paratici. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Why did he leave, Alex?
Well, because he got fed up. He didn't want to be.
No. That wasn't the main reason. Did you read why he left?
You know what the made-up reason was, but we all
know. No, it's not made up. Everybody says it's.
Oh yeah, we all know. But let's not do that. You know what I mean? And Olu, get that hood off your bloody head in the safe. You know what I mean? You're not a baby, bruv. You know what I mean? Come on now, bruv. So what, brother? My point is anyway, yeah, right? You know.
Tune, be quiet, man. Please, not you. It's him. He's making me laugh too much.
But my point is though, yeah, right. From that situation, you knew that it was all on Frank, and they all the basket was on Thomas Frank, staying at the end of the season, and they were going to try and keep this guy for a long time. So they didn't have a plan. So when we were losing games, which is now worse, it was worse than Christian Gross, what were they going to do? And now when really they should have sacked him after West Ham. They should have sacked him after West Ham.
Yeah, they should have. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Mm.
And now we're after the transfer window, not bringing somebody in to replace bloody Brendan Johnson, the below average Sterling, and we could have got bloody Sterling. Just work that one out. You know what I mean?
Still get him.
Yeah, you can still
Could
get
have
him.
got
He's
bloody
available.
Sterling.
He's available.
After the Newcastle game, but if Mitch was there, I don't think there was a lot of people there. Mitch wasn't there. Wasn't there a lot of people there, weren't there?
No,
you know what I mean?
It was relatively empty, to be fair.
It
was a
weren't there
fire
at all. Weren't there at all.
Relatively
And
empty.
then I heard
The
from
corner
Alice-
I was sat in was probably 40% full.
Exactly. And then I hear from
40%.
Alice Gold. Then I hear from
How
Alice
bad?
Gold.
Yeah.
Oh, Vinay Lange thought, oh yeah. It's looking bad now. Yeah, we need to sack him. We need to sack him.
Yeah.
After backing him for
that's
how long
literally the
after
main
his
reason.
transfer window, they've only just realised, we need to sack him.
Well done,
We need to
Vinay.
sack him now.
Well done, Vinay.
No, but
What a bunch of clowns!
Alex,
What a bunch
wait,
of
wait,
clowns!
wait.
Honestly, and like I said before, because I'm sorry to unleash asthma. I didn't want to do that, but maybe it's just the time of the day. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But like, I told everyone, yeah, right. And now I'm seeing all these people saying, "Oh, I don't like Lange. I don't like Vinay." Oh wow! Wow! Okay, so what was everybody having a go at me when I was talking about this a long time ago? But now, all in the know now. We're all in the know now, aren't we?
Is it a colour thing?
You know what I mean?
Wait.
That's what it's called. You know what I
Timing was
mean?
elite.
But Alex, wait. In Lange and in Frank's slight defense, nobody expected Levy to leave, man. It suddenly opened up a vacuum of leadership that nobody could fill, and he just suddenly left. There was no planning or strategy. They just basically said, "Oh, Vinay, you came in here to be the CEO under Levy. Now you're the main guy." Lange, Paratici signed a new deal in when was it, Ash? In October, and then left for 4 months later, and then suddenly left Lange pretty much. He did a deal for Fiorentina during the window, which to me was ridiculous. He sent Solomon to Fiorentina whilst being Tottenham sporting director, and then just left at the end of it. Like, it was the way Spurs are ran. It's beyond.
Stefan makes a point, because I was going to say that, because this happened with us when just before the takeover, because like Mike actually totally lost interest in anything, right? And hence why we were as well. Are you guys actually having a takeover? Like, because it feels like this kind of lack of neglect feels like the bit before a takeover.
No, do you know what happened? It was a bunch of rich kids that thought, this fucker, we haven't liked him for 25 years because he thinks he owns the club when he doesn't, because everybody talks about him, everybody says he's the ultimate leader of Spurs. Let's get rid of him because he pisses us off. Okay, which in my opinion, I think the main reason is they didn't get along. He doesn't get along with Joe Lewis's kids, and they thought, oh, how difficult can it be? If he's done it for 25 years, we can do it ourselves. And you can see that although Levy, they needed to remove him, he needed to go. You can see what happens when you literally leave, you fire a leader, and then you don't fill it with anybody. The whole sink starts sinking because nobody wants to take responsibility. I mean, I watched because I saw it being clipped on Twitter. I watched the full interview of Lange after the transfer window. That was shambolic. We didn't sign players because only 33 players were signed in the window. So what does that mean? So because not a lot of teams sign players, you couldn't sign players yourself?
You could have got
like that like if they get relegated, which I think there's a massive chance that they do, that interview will live in infamy. And Langish will never get another job again.
Yeah, but he won't really need to worry about that, because at the end of the day, who would want to hire somebody that's absolutely useless in the transfer, useless, and got Aston Villa's reject as well. I mean, you make some good points, Stefan. Don't get used to it. But the point is though, yeah, is that it had to take us to be that bad, and that's why I said I just wanted to just go bad, because they need to realise that when you dangle the carrot of Premier League status, now they're seeing the Premier League status you could lose it. Now they're starting to worry. Oh, we need to do something right now. You know what I mean? And that's the sad thing at the moment. You get what I'm saying? You know? But but like I said, I mean, I might sound like I'm a bit annoyed at the moment, but to be honest with you, like I said in my video on Mr. Box Office TV, I'm just numb. I'm just numb. You know what I mean?
Well, and guys, I've also read another notion from the Spurs fans. No Spurs fans should want their club to get relegated, even if it means, if you think Enoch, the owners, are going to sell the club when its value has probably been halved with huge amounts of debt, okay, that they have, you are insane. Enoch will not sell the club. If they get relegated, they will not sell the club. That's not going to. It will just create more financial trouble for Spurs. And if you look at the examples of big clubs that have gotten relegated, Newcastle being an exception to the rule because they immediately went up. If you look at Aston Villa, it took them 3 years. Stoke, it's been almost a decade since they've gone down. They haven't gone up since. Blackburn, the same. Premier League champions, they went down over a decade ago. They still haven't. Middlesbrough got to the Europa League final in 2007. They still haven't gone back. So if Spurs fans think that, oh, we'll go down and then we'll get back up again, no, the championship is super tough. And who's gonna stay? Van de Ven is gonna go. Romero, because he thinks he's fucking the world's best defender, he's gonna go. Everybody is gonna go. So I just, when I read some Spurs fans with these takes that I hope we get relegated so Enoch can sell the club, for me it's moronic. That's not going to happen. They're not going to sell the club at half of its potential value.
One thing Frank did say is this.
Right. We've been hearing bare sounds. There's nothing.
Wasn't wrong, really.
Big creature is gone.
So Ash, what are you saying then, man? What's you just quiet?
Yeah, we was going to talk about managers now, yeah. Hey, I'm joking.
What
managers do we want? Box office. What do you want? Who do you want? What manager do you want? You got a manager
at the moment, short term. I said Mason.
What? Are you nuts?
Yes, run it back. Run it back.
Run it back.
What else have we got at the moment? I don't know what else. As an interim to the end of the season.
Don't do that.
Ange, Alex, Ange.
Nah, man.
Tottenham are not gonna re-employ Ange.
Why not?
It was so good twice. You got to do a third time. Come on.
Third season is always the best.
Exactly.
We're not gonna get Ange, man.
Third season, Mason. Let's go. Come on, let's do this.
Bro,
and he's free now.
At the moment, I've got to be honest. Any option at the moment, I don't even know if we stay up still.
Alex, if you hire Mason, you're going down. Like you're getting relegated.
Yeah, but at the moment, Stefan, what is a realistic? You
can do better than Mason. You can do better.
You can hire
Mason.
No, they can't.
Give a ridiculous bonus. Let me think. Oh wait, I just remembered. The greatest bald head is available. Eric Ten Hag.
Is he available?
Yeah, he's free.
It's temporary. We need something temporary at the moment. I think it's temporary.
Alex, you got to throw money at it. Just tell him
that is absolutely ridiculous. No, you can't just throw money at something without even.
Alex,
we haven't even got an idea.
Relegated.
Okay.
Forget long-term plans.
When you say these things, this is the thing that annoys me when people say these things. Just say out of the. They don't realise who the people that are actually trying to employ these people. It's Vinay and bloody Lange.
That's true.
That's who we're talking about here. You get what I'm saying? This is no director of football that is going to be who's got contacts here. It's Vinay and Lange and the board. It's Nick guy.
Bringing Harina.
Hey.
I read that's too old.
The guy's been out of
got
football. When I read stuff like this, he's been out of
No,
football for a
I don't
decade.
care. At this point, it's about vibes.
Bro,
Get the
trust
vibe
Exactly.
right. Get them playing. Try and get them out. You need someone
Crowd-
who's going to
get
create
crowd-
fight
get-
and energy.
Get Crouchy and Defoe out of retirement.
And this way, is he available?
Can you imagine Harry Redknapp talking
Oh,
to Romero?
gosh.
Can you imagine? him
People-
talking to
This is
people
why I
love-
don't listen to you.
Romero?
Preach.
Romero's not gonna understand one fucking word.
Nah. People love Redknapp. People love
I'm
Redknapp.
telling you, man.
People
These
love
kind of
Redknapp.
battles, they're more about vibes, the energy, and the way you walk onto the pitch than it is about tactics and talent.
Redknapp-
Right now.
If I'm them-
You need to dig yourself
No,
out of a hole. You
they
don't dig
need-
yourself out of a hole with
No,
tactics and talent.
Mitch,
you need to work hard and win games that way.
Yeah, I completely agree. But they need a guy who's gonna put a rocket up their ass. And I think Tim Sherwood would not be a bad bet because Tim
weird,
Sherwood.
man.
He's
It's
another-
No,
weird.
I'll tell you why. Because
Sherwood is weird, man.
no,
Sherwood-
I'll
Tim
tell you what.
Sherwood
I'll
is
tell you
weird,
because
man.
Tim Sherwood is gonna go to Christian Romero and
Nah,
say,
man.
"You dumb fuck, stop
Nah,
getting
man.
red cards."
He's a weird
Stop
guy,
getting
man.
Listen,
red
Rock up
cards.
with his Gile on, they ain't going to
Stefan,
listen to him.
Stefan. This is a
Actually-
guy who was doing salute celebrations with Adebayo on the touchline. Yeah, that's not what they
Good
need.
vibes.
He's a
Good
weird guy.
vibes. That's
No,
Not good
no.
vibes,
vibes,
man.
no?
He's weird, man. Did you see him talk to
It
Was he talking
looks
to?
like it might be
Who was it?
Heitinger, which I'm not happy about. either.
Heitinga, he got sacked from Ajax. He
Well,
was
at the moment, I'm worried if we do get him. I'm a
He
very.
has won the- he won
But
the league.
in saying that, at the moment, and I know relegation is bad for us at the moment. I'm not one of those guys. I do think it can happen because West Ham are on form. But
Hey, look at that's what I'm talking about. Look at the fight in Harry Redknapp there.
Look at
mate.
him, man.
Plenty
He's
of
still
fight in
young.
that guy.
But,
Still young. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
I don't know what option would help at the moment. I'm just at a loss at the moment. I'm at a loss.
That's that Spurs attack.
Hey, no.
It's two tactics.
What was that, guys? What was that Sky interview he did? Ain't no wheeler dealer. What did he say? Ain't no wheeler dealer.
Oh, that accent was crazy.
Who did that?
That was bad.
That was Stefan.
Hey, someone cut off his internet, man. Seriously.
Oh, they're Ric Flair, boy.
Speaking like he was in Oliver. What the fuck happened there?
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Ain't no wheeler dealer. Ain't no wheeler dealer.
Right, you keep right, your mouth.
That Pratt,
Robbie
that
Keane.
What?
Pratt TG, that Pratt TG.
No, I've got guys. I've
That's
got
the juggle to you.
another coach.
One minute.
That's
You're the juggle. That's what I'm
no,
saying.
wait, guys.
Phil Campbell.
No,
Oh,
yeah, that would be amazing.
Oh,
No, that would
hell
be amazing. No,
He'll
Roy
definitely
Keane.
take that.
Roy Keane, Spurs fan. No, Roy Keane, Spurs fan, has experience
Roy Keane's not
with,
Spurs fan.
with lower
He's a
side.
Spurs fan.
Yeah, no,
And-
Roy Keane was a
No,
Spurs
no.
fan.
No,
I didn't know that as well. For I think in the beginning of the year, I found out the season.
Are you kidding me?
yeah, he's a Spurs fan.
That's
He
the
kept
He's a
that
Spurs
hidden,
fan.
bruv. That's
No,
like
he said it. I think he's actually said it on the
Yeah,
overlap.
no,
Why
no,
he's so angry all the time, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
No,
an
but
overlap.
that's what you need. You need a guy who's going to tell these prima donnas to fuck off. And
they're
Roy
not gonna
Keane
listen
will
to
tell
that,
them.
bruv. They're not gonna listen to. They're beyond that, bruv. Like it's like, you know, people think, oh, if I send someone strict and disciplined, they're gonna be so scared. Nah, these man,
Oh, even more.
It's not.
I don't know. I don't know.
it's
Tune,
not-
I don't know, man.
they're
Roy
beyond
Keane-
redemption. Whoever's in that team now is beyond redemption, bruv.
Roy Keane is scary, too. Roy Keane is scary.
Man, look, that's why he's always been sacked out of every team
Yeah.
he's been at.
He's not the right. I think that's going to be ridiculous. I think that's a
You need
ridiculous.
someone with high emotional intelligence, like that's not Roy Keane.
I think at the
But that's what
moment,
they
like I
need.
said, I
They
think
don't need a guy who's nice and from HR and like
No,
you've got to be
You
sensitive.
don't have to be nice.
Stefan, we need to.
intelligence still.
But Stefan, we need to just get through to this season. Try
That's
and
all
stay
it is.
up.
That's all it is.
Big
that's
Sam.
That's
Big
it.
Sam. Big Sam. Big
Sam?
Sam. Big Sam. Come on.
We just need a manager that can just get us through to next season. And
Yeah, Big Sam.
in the season, and that's it really. And
Southgate
and
before-
just keep
before-
us up.
West
But
Ham.
Hardy.
Thomas Frank wasn't just a problem. Thomas Frank wasn't just a problem. Like I said before, and I think I said this on the show before, it's the identity of the club, and they need to sort that out. And the problem is at the moment, I think we're thinking about getting Pochettino back. And if Pochettino comes to this set up, it's not going to work out.
Yeah,
It will not work out.
that's their only joker card now, which is to get Poch because they know everybody will get behind.
Not everybody's going to get behind him, and that's the
everyone will get behind it.
Absolutely.
Alex.
How about Jurgen's Klinsmann?
Yeah,
Hey, might
that's
work.
not bad. That's not
Might
bad.
work.
No,
Just say, you know what I mean? Listen,
Might
I mean,
work.
years and years and years, you guys
What?
have been
Alex,
coming
why?
back.
He has experience.
He told you.
He has
He was
experience with
patient.
Germany.
Why
With Bayern Munich?
Why are you making Tottenham go back into a time machine and get these managers that have been
Because
managed?
that's what they need to. They need some good
What?
vibes. We just said it. They
No,
need
but
a guy that brings.
that's like hippie vibe. That's like yeah, it's just chilling. That's like the man like they don't even forget how to do a training drills.
Glenn
anymore.
Hoddle? No.
Nah.
But Glenn
Maybe
Hoddle
though.
is-
Maybe. I don't know. They just need someone with emotional intelligence. Like Olu said, they just need like they're putting about 2-3 wins. They just need someone just like to guys. You know what? Someone would say, if you win this game, 3 days off. Yeah.
Steve Bruce.
Harry, yeah.
Do you know them ones?
Yeah, Redman.
If you win this game, 3 days off, plans. I'll
Steve
see
Bruce
you.
is the guy. He'll have
I'm
on
going to
holiday more than they're at
I'm
training.
going to Ibiza. Anyone wants to come with me, come with me. You know them.
Alan
them ones.
Coventry.
Argue.
What?
he's
This
in
guy
retirement.
coached
That
20
guy.
years?
I'm just saying random names now.
Yeah, Alan Curtis. Who next? Who's the former coach in
Random
Newcastle?
Barclays manager.
No, who's the who was before Rafa Benitez? The guy that used to dance on the touchline.
Pardew.
Pardew. That's Pardew.
Pardew, yeah. Alan Pardew, yeah.
He's just a pundit now. He's a pundit now for talks.
So what's Harry Redknapp then?
No, he's
Well,
not.
this is the point. This is when
He's
you
Alan
put
Pardew
random names out
in a-
there.
He's a wheeler dealer.
Rolex wearing. Listen, go watch that.
Oh.
The problem is at the moment
He's
is
a winner
like
dealer.
I think the club and the way that I was hearing about how they employ Frank, they use the 43
That was such bullshit. They always use
they use the 43 document to try and get
no,
the guy.
Alex. 35 points, and he ticked the most boxes out of all the candidates. Get the fuck out of here. Tick the most boxes.
20 boxes.
Some of the shit they leak.
Lunch boxes.
Listen, the thing that annoyed me about Tottenham fans that all they talk about is Ange because he won, and they said, "Well, we didn't get a winner in," and I said, "Well, the thing is, Tottenham are not a winning team. We're not a winning team. We just don't win a lot. We're just not a regular winning team anyway. We're not ready to win."
Oh, Sean Dyche.
Guys, breaking. Sean Dyche, he's available.
Breaking news, Tottenham fans. Dyche is available, and he knows how to get.
Well, did Forest lose today?
No,
they drew.
They drew 0-0 at home.
So wait, so how many managers is that this season?
So they fired Nuno, they fired Ange, and now they fired 3 managers. Fuck.
But remember,
Marinakis is a criminal. Do you remember?
Yeah, he's nuts. I love Marinakis.
Do you remember when that guy from the Nottingham Forest fan was on this, and they saw Mr. Marinakis? And do you remember that?
Yeah.
We should get him back on now.
He's a B-Tech Daniel Levy. The guy is.
No.
Marinakis
is a gangster, guys.
We're talking about hardcore criminals here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Liam knows.
Yo, what's going on here?
Man's looking like Wesley Snipes in Money Train. What's going on?
Yo,
No, white man can jump. That's white man can jump right there.
What's going on?
Archie Graves from Yorkshire. He's thinking, bro.
He's like,
What is he doing?
Archie, boy.
Archie Graves from Yorkshire. He's like, they warned me about these.
He said that to his old school chat. He's like, look at these ethnics.
No, but guys, go back to Frank. That's another thing he screwed up massively. He tried to ice out Bissouma, and then when the injuries hit, he then allowed him back into the team.
Frank to Forest.
Wait, I can see that happening, you know.
What? No way.
Why not?
It's not.
They need to chill. He needs to go on a holiday, bruv.
No, the Forest have got a similar setup to what Brentford had, no?
No, they
I reckon
don't.
he could implement that, no?
No, they have Brentford have an analytical and scouting team.
No, I mean team-wise, he could implement what he did at Brentford.
How many points? Tottenham
Nottingham Forest have fucking Hitler at the helm, like
What?
you know, just destroying he controls everything. He fires everybody. It's completely
Well,
different.
if I manage now and Forrest offer me that, I mean Frank now and Forrest offer me that, I'm taking it because it's a long road back if you don't.
Yes,
you've got
Mitch.
to gamble.
And then me as your agent would tell you you're a fucking idiot to go from
it's
Spurs.
either you go around the houses or you gamble on staying in right
I
now.
can see that happening, and that's for his level.
I'll be an idiot.
You'll be fine.
Give me 3 mil. I'll be an idiot. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I think he's. There's no news coming out of Nottingham Forest at the moment, from what I'm seeing. But I think it's going to happen because there seems to be some vibes about him being under pressure. So I think it's going to happen.
He's gotten sacked. It broke. Ornstein broke it, and Romano also. So expect an official announcement very soon, either tomorrow morning or even tonight.
But
Ornstein doesn't break stuff like this without being 100% sure.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
No one did Caicedo. He did Caicedo to Liverpool.
Yeah, he broke the fact that they had accepted the bid, but said that the player was still not sure, and that he was still contemplating Chelsea, which was true in the end.
How about Lavia? Anyways, that's besides the point.
Yeah.
It's a mad thing anyway, you know what I mean, and it just shows you that Premier League status is very, very important, and I think unfortunately these teams like Nottingham Forest and Tottenham, well, I'm thinking for me personally more Tottenham didn't take the Premier League, they didn't take this seriously enough, and unfortunately it had to get to a point where we need to see this jeopardy, we need to see them lose these games, and this is why I said that I'd rather see them lose and then see some people squirm, and this is what's happened now. You can see it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't say this, Alex. You can't want your team to get relegated, man.
I never said I wanted it to get relegated. I said that I wanted to see us lose a few games because the only way to make them realise how serious this is when it goes really bad. And unfortunately, now they realise, because now fans are turning away from going to the games.
No, that's not the reason.
That makes no difference to them.
They're shitting themselves that they might. They have done. Somebody has come into the club, some analyst, and has told them, guys, there's a chance that we might get relegated, and these are the financial numbers if we get relegated. This is what's going to happen.
So what? So yeah, but Stefan, why did that not come about earlier then? Because of arrogance. Because of arrogance. That's the problem I have with this. Then you know what I mean. If you realise this earlier, especially during the transfer window, the window we just had, you should have made that decision then. You know what I mean, and then start putting some signings in. You know what I mean. So this is all on them as well, not just Frank. It's all on them.
But wait, Alex. Supposedly, if you believe the sources, what they said, supposedly the money was available. It was Lange and Thomas Frank's decision not to sign players just because there were injuries.
Well, so then Lange needs to go as well. Then
I agree.
That's the point I've been making for so long now.
I think Lange. That interview.
You're trolling now. There's no way.
No. That interview that Lange did after the transfer window was just as shambolic as that sporting director in the Amazon documentary saying, "I really don't like the January windows." That's your fucking job. What do you mean you don't like the January window? You idiot.
At the end of the day, like I said before, this is not solved in anything. Thomas Frank getting sacked. Right, I'm not saying it was the right decision to get rid of him. You should got rid of him a long time ago. But the point I'm making is, you still got those two people that are going to be making choices of a new manager. Right? Yes, we're going to have to carry on with him till the end of the season, and they've got to get this through to end of the season to make sure we're not relegated. Yeah. But I'm numb at the moment because I know that this is not finished. The story hasn't finished yet because this could be still disaster.
No, it can't get any worse, can it?
I think it can get worse.
Guys.
No, but surely a little bit of a reset like that might help the footballing side of the club more. Like
Mitch,
everybody's talking about financial. Fuck the finances. It's a football club.
Mitch,
go out and try and win. Maybe the reset is needed. Man.
There's 700
it can't happen now, can it, Mitch? It can't happen now, right now, isn't it? Because obviously, we've got how many games now in the Premier League now? How many games have we got?
13.
Yeah.
and we need to get 40 points. And for me
You need
personally,
3 wins. You need 3
for
wins.
me personally, we need 40
No,
points, especially
they
for
need
top
more.
team.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're going to say we're a top 5, top 6 team,
Against
you
Burnley,
get 40 points. 40
Burnley
points should be a
beat Palace.
standard.
Burnley beat up Palace, after going 2-0 down as well. That was
Yeah,
mad.
Our last
6
was
minutes
on
salvo,
form.
just bow, bow, bow.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's why I was begging for Strand Larson,
Glasner,
man.
Glasner.
yeah, Glasgow.
Yeah, but Glasgow's the same, similar.
If I was
he's-
Spurs,
He's got that German will.
if I was Spurs,
Oh yeah, but Thomas
and I'm
Frank's German as
desperate-
well, isn't it?
Don't say it.
no. If I was Spurs and I'm desperate,
Yeah, man.
I'm throwing money
No, man.
at.
No, man. No, man. Don't do it, man. No, man.
No, I'm serious.
Don't do it, man.
What?
Well, wait for Slot in the season.
No.
Why would Slot go to Tottenham?
No.
Stay in the Premier.
Poch, guys, it's gonna be Poch. That they're gonna throw. Poch knows this. He's gonna use all his leverage now, which you will have, because he knows that the only joker card that they can use to kind of dampen the fan base, if
Poch
they
is-
stay up, is Poch. So
Ultimate
Poch will use it
vibes.
as leverage to get more
Alright,
power out of the club.
Let me go around the houses and ask, who would you lot take out of? I'll give you that selection. Yeah. The Salon selection. Yeah. It's going to be out of the Zerbi. Yeah. The Zerbi. Wait. Don't answer. I'm going to ask everyone individually. I don't want any influence. The Zerbi, Poch. Yeah. We got these down. Yeah. The Zerbi, Poch. Third one would be. Who would I say the third one would be? Who?
Are we talking now or summer?
Now, like to survive.
Yeah, but
Summer.
Ash, that's not
You need
realistic.
someone now, like.
Yeah, but Poch.
No, it's gonna be Heitinger. We're doing it.
What's happening?
Heitinger's gonna take it.
So it was
Yes.
the Zerbi, Robbie Keane, Poch,
Who
Harry Redknapp.
Areola's another one. Areola.
He's not leaving now.
I wouldn't say Emerim. Areola. Yeah, because I don't think he signed a new contract.
Yeah, but Ash, the issue is now. In the summer, Glasner, Areola are attainable, Poch. But the problem is now.
I think he goes to Heitinger for now. That's what I'm being honest.
That's nuts. That's nuts.
Interim. Marco Silva's another one. Yeah, let's roll with that. So, let's go with. What did I say?
Enzo,
You told us to remember it. You don't remember yourself.
Poch, sorry, my bad. Poch,
Deserving.
Areola. Yeah, we might as well throw Glasner in there. Marco Silva, or who's the other one? Who's the last
It
one?
was Deserby, wasn't it?
Heitinger.
Deserving.
Glasner, adding Glasner also.
So Glasner, Poch, Deserby,
Heitinger.
Heitinger, Areola.
I feel like you need someone. I know. Okay.
Wait,
so
so the
that's-
question.
Let's preach and work our way around.
Wait, what's it? Wait, let me just clarify the question. Is it who do you think Spurs will go for, or who should Spurs go for?
Who should
That's two
Spurs
different
go for?
things.
But wait, Ash, if you get relegated,
Oh no, let's not add all this to that.
If we stay in the league.
if you stay in the league, okay.
If we stay in the league.
Preach, go. Who are they gonna take?
Who would
On
you
your
think
spot.
they should take?
I
Who do you
can't
think-
remember who he's going to say. Party or something. It's not even.
See, Glasner or Deserby. I'd say
Glasner, Deserbi for okay, cool. And Stefan, what do you reckon, man?
I would throw the bank at Areola. I think. He's
Okay,
on top.
cool. All right, that's a different one. Cool. Mitch,
Deserby.
Deserbi. So we've got Deserbi, Areola, and Glasner. All right, cool. 2.
Yeah, Deserby for me as well.
Deserbi as well.
Mm.
All right. So wait, Steph. I know. Wait. Ollie.
I don't get this.
Wait. Ollie.
I'm gonna have to follow Newcastle boys and say Deserby as well.
Deserbi, yeah. Deserbi. And Mr. Box Office. You stay up, hypothetically.
But what are you doing all this time when we're giving the name?
I'm trying to think. But it's,
Well, that came out of the blue.
I'm trying to think.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Paratici.
I was going to say Poch, but I just lots of caveats to it.
Man.
They're gonna give it to Poch.
We know
Yeah.
you like Poch, man.
Yeah, but surely
they'll
Poch
give
is
it
the
to
vibes man that you want now, and he's got World Cup coming up.
Yeah,
No,
but
but no.
He's
After.
sacked. He's not doing the World Cup.
Yeah,
He's
but by the
sacked.
time he's got past
Wait,
the World
actually,
Cup and
wait,
Tottenham are still in the
Champion,
league, you might as well go for someone
The
more
reason why I was
wait.
differing.
What about Ash? Sorry, Ash. You haven't said who you think.
I thought you saying what about hiring Ash? I was about to say, yeah, hiring. Fuck it.
Xavi Hernandez, thank you.
You didn't even give us the.
Yeah, no,
you
we
didn't say
didn't have
that
the
name.
option.
That's such a Xavi Hernandez is such a Spurs manager, man.
Yeah.
Like, he
But,
don't
Yeah,
want
someone
that.
says
No, I just want to ask the three people that chose De Zerbi. Why the fuck? What is so special about this guy?
it's
Can
nothing.
somebody explain to me why everybody?
Can I
The
tell
way-
you? Okay, let me explain.
Why?
Let me explain,
Please
let me explain
go.
why.
Please
I'll explain
tell
why
me.
for me. Why it makes sense for them. Because the old manager was obviously Ange. So they've built a team that's very much around fast, almost rock and roll football, right? De Zerbi will bring an element to that. So we saw that with his Brighton team, even Marseille every time. The small number of times, it's chaotic football basically. It's chaos with tactics with it.
They
I
also
think
tied
Spurs-
with PSG.
Okay, yeah, but we can pick individual games for every manager where they've had like a game. We're talking about structurally and how the team is currently built. I think his way of playing football very quickly and with a little bit of chaos, but also having structural sort of identity behind it is closer to what they had with Ange. I mean, Ange was way too much in the freestyle football, right? But
Okay.
I think for the players they've got that they've acquired, because that's the problem, they acquired attacking-based players who've also played attacking football for 2 years. De Zerbi, I think, makes more sense than any other managers.
Okay, Olo, okay, that's okay, that's fine. What about his personality, Olo?
Hey,
What about the fact that every bad run of games, the guy threatens to resign?
They've
threatens
had-
to-
You've got to have the bad run of games
players.
first.
Yeah, let it happen first. And they've had Mourinho, they've had Conte. I mean, it's not new to them to have
No,
fiery.
he makes Conte look like a Catholic nun. You know,
Look,
he makes him look,
Stefan,
he
there's
makes him look great.
no like easy solutions to this. There's no. I'm not even convinced that any manager can do anything, and it's not because of Spurs. It's more to do with to do with the leadership. That can you guys not hear me?
Yeah,
we can.
Yeah,
But you're frozen.
he's gone. He's gone. Yeah, he's come back. He'll come back.
Back from the darkness, eh?
The only thing, I think the only thing that's missing at the moment from you guys at the moment is that I don't think you realise that all I'm hearing is, what manager's going to come in and solve things? What manager's going to come in and solve things? Yeah, I'll big up to Two Tactics coming back. But my point is though, right, is that if you don't have the setup and the identity, what you want to do, I don't think it's ever going to work with any manager. And I've got to that point now with Tottenham now. I have got to that point now with Tottenham. Like, I keep on... De Zerbi's not going to work at Tottenham because of his velocity. I don't think Poch is going to work with the setup that we've got at the moment. I think after a year, if things don't go right, half the fan base that didn't want him back are going to turn on him. Glasner, they're not going to enjoy his football if it doesn't win.
100%.
Right? They're not going to win, right? Areola plays good football, but defensively isn't great. So that's a worry as well.
Might as well go for Klopp then or Pep.
That's not necessarily true.
Then it comes to a point where people say that we need to stick to a manager. And then it goes to my point that then you need to decide what is more important to Tottenham Hotspur in terms of, do you want a director of football to be the main guy, or do you want the manager to be the main guy? Until we make that decision, until we have that conversation and what structure we want to do it, because the way it's at the moment, it's not working. And 2 seasons now, we've been bottom half, 17th last season, and now 14th, 16th this season. And it could get worse, and we could get relegated.
Amen.
We've got to have that conversation first to make sure we're doing that and get rid of all those people behind the scenes before we can start even talking about a manager. Well, we need to just bring in coaches. That's the thing at the moment.
But wait, Alex, isn't that the biggest issue? Because if you read some of the reports on Spurs, the biggest issue is the lack of continuity at Spurs.
That's the
which
point I'm making.
Which was Mourinho would come in, bring his own coaches, his physios, his diet people, his sports scientists. Then he would get sacked. They would keep maybe 2 or 3 people, and then hire Conte. Conte would bring his own people again. They would make new hires in the sports science department, make new hires in the training department, and then fire some of them, keep them. And so what you get is this massive jumble of different philosophies with different people that are not on the same line or with the same vision of football or whatever. And I think that is the biggest reason for Spurs having so many injuries. I think the fact that the medical department, from what I read, they've brought in 5 physios, I read, from Brentford. Why would you need the head physio left under Ange? It's just a complete shit show of mismanagement and of constant staff renewal. So for me, I don't know. In terms of you have to turn a new leaf. But in my opinion, I think Spurs just need to blow everything up. If they stay up, blow everything up, fire everybody. Fire the training staff, fire the physios, fire everybody. And whoever comes in, whether it's Poch, Areola, or De Zerbi, you tell him, okay, we're going to hire this type of physio. He specializes in this type of training. Does it fit your philosophy? Okay, it does. Or have a vision in which you say, like Brighton, we're going to play this type of football, or Brentford. So we're going to need to hire physios and strength and performance coaches that fit with that style of football, with that type of athlete, and everything is aligned. And I think that's the biggest reason as to why Spurs are so, in my opinion, currently, they're the most, if they go down, I cannot think of a worse downfall of a club, maybe since River Plate got relegated. I cannot think of a bigger club with such huge revenue to go down. So, for me, it's suicide if you go down, if you think that's going to fix things. It won't. It will make it much harder financially and in every single way for you to change. Best thing is to stay up and blow everything up. And so the new coach gets a complete fresh start where he can influence things. And that includes firing Lang and Vinay also. Because
Sorry, I want to
Get
hear,
a strong director.
I want to hear what Toon had to say before he was cut off.
Yeah, was it
He was
2-1?
in the middle of talking. He was in the middle of talking.
Oh, it was good, yeah. Newcastle scored.
No, I think it was. It's I kind of agree with what Mr. Box Office is saying. Like, I do think leadership starts from the top, isn't it? And right now, at the very top, it doesn't really matter at this moment in time what manager you get, because you don't have an overall club philosophy. And it seems like any manager that you do get kind of ends up meeting the same stumbling block, sometimes in different ways. And it's not to say they're not to blame. Like, I think Thomas Frank is to blame for some of his actions as well. But I think partly why, for instance, we saw him being rather soft with the players, it might be in his personality, but I wouldn't be surprised if he also felt that they're not going to back me. Like, even if I go toe to toe with some of these players, am I going to get the backing that I need? There's a reason why these players are acting like the way that they are, I think. And so, whereas I think whether it's the ownership, Vinay, whether the takeover is going to happen or not happen, that needs to be stabilized in the background. I think all of those things have got to happen before that you can really get a manager that you can. Because even you might get the worst thing could happen is that you could have the manager that could really change you, but it's at the wrong time and the wrong Spurs in terms of the leadership that you got, and you might not really see the fruits of what you're going to see because of the leadership that's above him. So that's the worry that'll be the worry from my perspective. But
maybe that's why Poch might work then, for that reason. He might not be the one that is the guy that takes Spurs all the way, but maybe he's the guy to kind of get them from A to B. You know what I'm saying?
From the summer, you're talking about from the summer onwards.
Yeah,
from Levy, innit? No, so whoever they get now is going to really be backed. No,
But
I-
I'm saying from 16th, you got to get up the table somehow, and maybe do you don't think Poch can get Spurs from 16th to 10th, to 9th?
Can Poch can yes,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yes, in theory.
I'm
But
not
here's the
saying
problem, right? The problem
six.
the problem is for me. The problem is the sentimentality issue of it, right? Like Poch.
I'm not arguing on
is-
that point. I'm just saying to get up the
Yes.
table. And
I hear
maybe
that, but what I'm saying though is that it is possible. I'm not saying it's not possible, but what I'm saying is that what Poch was and what Poch is now are two different people. He's grown. He's different. He's not the same person anymore, right?
well, I don't disagree
And
with that.
also, he may have caught lightning in the bottle once, and we've seen that he's not been able to replicate it, right? Like, if we're to be honest, he did it at Southampton to an extent, caught lightning at Tottenham.
Mm.
Everyone remembers Poch, not for PSG, not for Chelsea, but for what he did at Tottenham. So his career has moved on since then. Was it about 7-8 years, and he's never replicated that? Yes, he might be able to get you 10th, but the problem is that in a year's time, you'll be having the same conversations.
So that's what Ash is saying. Ash is saying, can you just get us 10th and then
That's
we'll
what I'm
come
saying.
into
That's
this?
my point. And also the culture at Chelsea, the culture. At
Yeah,
PSG.
no, I hear that, but the problem is this.
We talk about PSG's had Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe, and he's having to control personalities
The
like
ego,
that.
yeah.
Egos like that, and then he's got to get the rest of the team working behind them to serve them. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And
Yeah, I hear that.
remember when he took Messi off, and there was a big hoo-ha and hoopla.
Yeah.
We took Messi off. So imagine dealing with those type of divas, and then going to Chelsea where it's just Mandem FC. Like, yeah, I'm saying he's gone into the classroom. Everyone was like, hey, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? People throwing paper airplanes, like man are chewing gum, and you know what I'm saying? People throwing hoops, playing football indoors with their socks up to their knees. Like, going into those environments, but I'm not saying that Tottenham ain't a perfect environment because he's come from other environments, but
he has to set the environment.
He's probably the best man to fix. Well,
I hear that, but he was meant to set the environment in those places. And don't get me wrong, I do agree. Like PSG is going to be very tough. Like you got 3 superstars who are very egotistical. However, you've still been hired to be able to control those egos. So he couldn't control those egos, right? Same thing happened with Chelsea. He was hired for a specific reason. He wasn't good enough to do that, which is why he left. Like I get it.
Gentlemen. God bless.
God bless, man. I get it, and to some extent I agree. My thing is just that if you're talking just literally short-term thinking only, as in 6 months, get us back to 10th, and that's fine. The problem is that if you're giving Poch a contract and you give him a contract for 2-3 years, whatever it is, which tends to be the case, 2.5 years. The problem is that I don't think Poch is going to be good enough to get you out of the situation where in a year's time you wouldn't want his head again, or the Tottenham fans wouldn't want his head, because the expectation would be we want a second, you're giving us 10th. That's not what we wanted. And it's very rare you get people who come back and have the same level of success the second time as they have the first time. It's very difficult to do it.
Look, I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to leave it there. This is a massive talking point within my fan base as well. So we could go on for hours on this one. But ultimately, I was going to do the previews, but it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm not going to preview FA Cup games. We'll review this back to next week, innit? We'll talk on some games then. But any final words? Arsenal tomorrow, of course. Yeah. Any score predictions before we round off?
2-0 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal. Arsenal at home or away?
Away.
Okay, cool. Anyone else want to go?
1-0. That means they're going to lose 1-0.
1-0, yeah.
No, it doesn't. No, it's when I predict that we're not going to have more than 3 shots on targets when we lose. Also, when it's other teams, not going to have more than 3 shots on target. That's when we lose. Also, by the way, have you seen our schedule? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
We've got tomorrow, then we got Sunday, then we got Wednesday, then we got Saturday.
You'll be all right, man. Don't worry. Havertz will be back by them days.
You're right. We're good. We're good over here. You're right. We're good. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We visit this next Wednesday, yeah?
Yeah.
See how
hey, what you say? Is everyone said their predictions, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going 1-0.
Yeah.
We said
2-0, 2-0 or something like that.
1-0 Brentford.
1-0 Brentford, 2-0. 2-0 to who? Box office.
Arsenal tomorrow. Yeah, maybe 2-1. 2-1 Arsenal. I don't want them winning easily.
And I'm sure they want, but it's what's going to happen.
Exactly. Can't stop
I
the train.
tend to say 2-0 as well. So it's going to be 2 or 3-0 or something. Something like that.
Yeah, you can't stop the train.
All right, we're going to end up that as always, man. And
Big up everybody.
yeah, man. Anyone want to promote their shows? Where can people find you guys?
Well, I did the video on Thomas Frank getting sacked. But yeah, you'll see some new other content as well, because other content as well, probably something new as well. From Mr.
Lifestyle,
Box
office lifestyle, yeah. I'm here
Nah,
for it.
just something new, something fresh.
Positive stuff.
Big Preach, don't take the piss.
Easy.
Hey, anyone else want to promote their thing? Go on. Anyone else?
Yeah,
Oh wait, we're gonna see a travel vlog with Mr. Box Office, yeah?
It's a lifestyle. Yeah, lifestyle.
Yeah, where the hell sleep? I'll be back Saturday night. New rival show, Badge versus Badge. Be there, 10 p.m.
Make sure you watch out for that, man. Preach, big preach.
Yeah, man. Flair Play TV. South of Anfield with my boy JR. There, just check us out, man. Everything Liverpool.
Big up, man. I listen. And then we're out. Love for the love.
Big up the chat.